I am silent because I'm trying to see if I'm live. Well, for those of you who are, well, first I gotta fucking see if I can even hear myself. Plus, Kami-sama, there you are. Good shit. Let's see. Waiting for Viggy. What the fuck? So it's not live. Yo, what's going on, bro? Am I live or no? It's been 40 seconds. The fuck? And I think I'm live. Let's hear myself. And I think I'm live. Let's see how much of it actually got. See if I'm live. Oh, okay. Okay, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Okay, yeah, but anyways, for those of you who are new, oh shit, shut up, shut up. Fuck, got to mute it. But yeah, continuing onwards with drawing from imagination, right? I might do a little bit of cheating, maybe not, maybe. Obviously, I use that word very lightly. It's not fucking cheating to use reference. I personally am just trying to recall as much as I can from memory and apply what I see outside of drawing from imagination, like through the references that I look at on my phone. But anyways, for those of you who are coming on my face on the VOD, like draw along, draw. Fucking, I don't know how else to do this call to action. Fucking draw along. Jesus Christ, bro, this is not entertainment. You think art is a game in which you can just get better and improve as long as you keep trying? Get that shit out of here. But yeah. Okay, so I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do with this mech, this composition. Composition, right? What a wonderful word that I have no idea how to apply, but basically we've and obviously I'm establishing scale. So right now this looks huge, right? It's not gonna look huge anymore because today I will draw the jet that's being held in this thing's hand, and this jet will be this big, right? So it'll really put in perspective like, oh, okay, this is hopefully it's like, oh, this is foreground, right? But apart from that, I'm also trying to figure out what I want this mech's right arm to be doing. Also, like, I completely like this is like the tail end of my practice. I completely drew such a horrible, horrible shape and connection here. Like, this is so bad; it doesn't make any sense. So I'm obviously gonna fix that to the best of my ability, right? But I just want to think, like, what can I do with this right arm that like I'm thinking already right now. I'm just trying to think like what because from what I understand about composition, what the fuck, fucking baby voice, composition and gesture is that you want things to be leading, right? Like it's like, ooh, it's flowing. Yes, we got a flow going. Rub the page a bit more, right? So it's what do I and obviously there is gonna be foreshortening to a degree. So it's like, what do I want this right arm to be doing, right? I guess what I can do is have this right arm just be grabbing another weapon, right? And then I want to add the classic Gundam wings, right? I want to be adding the classic Gundam wings, but obviously I want to do that in a way that isn't a tangent, if that makes sense. So, and I want to foreshorten those Gundam wings as well. So, I'm pretty sure there's an anime called Gundam Wing. This is not like obviously like a legit Gundam. I was just trying to really heavily inspire by Gundam design, right? But yeah, whoever is here watching, please do draw along. Like I heavily encourage you to draw along, right? Like I would like you to get value out of this, right? More than anything, like I want you to get actual value from these sessions. Let me also think because I also want to think like, okay, one thing I don't understand is how do you make it? And I know like it has to do with line weight. I'm relatively aware of the fact that it's to do with line weight, but right now all my lines are pretty fucking same, right? So that's another issue. Is like I tried making the line silhouette of this, the line weight a bit better, but overall, like regarding this mech's like lower, like the leg area, right? How do I want to create some tension because it is being grabbed by the dragon, right? Or whatever this creature is, I guess we'll call it a dragon, right? And it's oh by the way, today's gonna be a nice long stream, good old 2 hour stream. I'm gonna go for just constantly trying to draw. So I want to think about like, okay, how is it like what's going on here? Like I want to bless me. I want to is your drawing somehow inspired by Matthias Adolfsson? TPD great. Are you new to the channel? I don't know who that is actually, so let me Google that right now. No, this was just from my mind. Matthias Adolfsson. I was just trying to Swedish graphic artist and illustrator. Images. Let's see. I think I've seen this guy before. Wasn't he on? Did he? Oh, he's on what the fuck is it called? Domestica. He has a Domestica course. No, it is not inspired by that. But he's a great artist. I really like the set pieces that I've seen a little bit just now and earlier, like way back, like half a year back. But no, it's not inspired by anything. It's just inspired by my my need to apply my form knowledge to imagination drawings. Like that's the inspiration. I'm trying to create a story out of it. Obviously, we're gonna make the dragon the good guy, and the classic humanity bad, random large creature that looks intimidating good. You gotta make it generic as fuck, right? Let's just say one day he was taking a shit, and the guy who's riding this mech slipped on it, and to his dismay, he slipped on it straight face first. And now he has a vendetta. He called the entire US army, right? The entire world government army on this dragon. And this dragon's like, bro, it was a dookie, bro. I'm an animal, you know what I'm saying? But he has a Toronto man's accent too. Oh, okay, thanks. Yeah, no worries. Are you new to the channel, old to the channel? Just randomly stop by because you're like, what the fuck? What is this interesting artwork that arouses me? What's going on? At this point, you probably already left because you realized that you don't like this guy's personality is not for me. Well, guess what? Okay, guess what? Understandable. My accents are also off-putting. And that's why I request you like, subscribe, and watch every single second of my content. Thank you. Draw along, draw along. Anyways, yeah, I'm trying to think right now, like, what type of wing I want. I know, like, Gundams are, like, fucking over-designed to all hell, but they're over-designed to the commoner eye, right? Like, they have a lot of shit going on apart from that. I'm trying to think. And I'm also trying to see if, actually, more than anything, I'm trying to figure out if I can create like a little speech bubble, and this character, like the guy in this Gundam, I can have him be like, "Oh God, this is so intense." So let's try that first. Right, let's do this, and we'll make it come out because it is obviously time to start drawing. Right, it's time to stop and then start again. Let's see, and then again, I'm gonna try to think about composition. Like, look, everything's going towards this direction, right? And try to make it like a unique little bubble. And this is gonna be fun because I haven't really drawn faces, right? Two electric fans on its back. Right? What is a random mech shape that I can draw? Fuck it, just draw circles with rotors inside of it, you know? Ta-da! It's a mechanical design. Right? Fucking genius, Biggie. Thank you, Biggie. You're welcome, Biggie. Why are you glazing yourself? Look, 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 there you go. Let's see. Okay. And we'll have it be so here, we'll even do a little bit of fanciness. Well, okay, wait, what the fuck? How am I gonna make this fancy? Hold up. Uh let's make some thin ass lines here. I'm basically trying to visualize as well like the story I'm gonna create inside this little panel, right? And I'm really trying to visualize the overall scenery right now while I do this. That's another skill that I'm constantly trying to build, is just thinking and thinking and thinking constantly, right? But yeah, what do you think of the channel, the art? You're probably never gonna pull up again, let's be honest. But for the time being, I think people definitely like the streams more than my actual content because my fucking actual channel is dying. But hey, that's the price of greatness, right? That's the price of being in the quote unquote boring middle, which is not boring at all, just extremely difficult and uh, hard to understand, right? For the commoner eye. I don't know why I'm speaking like this, but you also have to understand that my fucking ring light is literally blocking. What the fuck? Asian accent? It's blocking 90% of the drawing. So I'm like fucking leaning down, trying not to have shit posture while I'm drawing this, right? So there you go. That's pretty cool. That already adds like a little graphic element, I think, right? But I'm going to try to think about TBH reminds me of Mateus. You can gather lots of techniques or ideas from his work. I'll look into it. I'll look into it. I've from, like again from what I see on Google, right? Yeah, he's definitely great. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I see what you mean. Like there's this inside of a spaceship. That actually already gives me inspiration right now. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. But will I actually use that inspiration? Who knows? I'm not that fucking good, right? But let's try to create some expressions that are because like I need to think about the face. Like right now, this is basically just gonna be primarily portrait. Like this is just gonna be this guy's expression. because he's gonna. I want his expression to be like, I can't believe this dragon, whose shit that I fell into of my own accord. It's completely my fault. I can't believe he's beating my ass, right? And look how epic this is. Like, this is another thing. I love that I did this accidentally, and then I ended up going with the story. But like, I love how he doesn't even give a fuck about him. He's staring at the jet. He is like, you're next, right? Like, it's I really like that I ended up creating, and I want to highlight his eye a little bit more. Right. Motherfucker, why you live now? I like that dragon. Thank you. Thank you. Fucking one of my fans was like, draw a dragon. I'm like, I have no idea how to draw a dragon. But I looked at a picture for about, or like a concept art for about 10 seconds. What do you mean, why am I live now? I decided not to do, I'm gonna be busy tomorrow, so I was like, fuck it, I'll do it today. Right. Plus, I was really itching to practice because, as you know, my main videos are pure fucking fundamentals. Right. So for me, I need a little bit of that release from that practice, and I need application, right? Now that doesn't really look that good. Like this right here, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I thought it would. I just yeah, I just wanted to, and plus, like, I get an itch. I really like to finish these drawings. I really like enjoying. What the fuck am I saying? I just enjoy these drawings. But hey, Osign B, hello, hello, Osign B. I don't know if that made it. This definitely doesn't look like it's following much of a form, and that's okay because I'm aware that I'm not really I'm aware that I'm not aware, right? What a profound statement. When I am a master 20 years from now, people be like, "Look, he was so humble. He all he knows is that he knows nothing." But I like this. There you go. Like, now that really makes the dragon look a lot more pissed for sure. Still figuring out shit. I don't think the inside of his mouth should have all these random dots, right? Kind of just it just makes it more convoluted or confusing. Cluttered is the right word I'm looking for. It was a C word, not cunt, but one of the other ones, right? So yeah, I think this, because the one thing I've been learning about when it comes to like balancing the values, like the blacks, the whites, right, the in betweens, the untouchables, all of them, is that you want to be able to also have the liberty to even if like Antonio from Arwad, my god, right, who's the reason I can even draw like this, shill, shill, shill. He literally says is like it doesn't have to be, a lot of the times the graphic read is more important than the technical accuracy, right? Now that's a lot of fancy words for basically saying be better, you piece of shit. And I'm trying, Antonio, I'm trying, I'm trying. Okay, but anyways, let's see. Like, I don't know how to draw a face, so we really got to think about this. 20 years is long, bro. Do it in like 7 years. Hmm. Mastery in 10 to 7 years, 1 hour a day, 5 days a week. Right. Let's see. Anyway, I just saw this channel after refreshing YouTube and it's midnight here. Hope to see you live earlier, bro. It's completely fucking random. All right, you have the you have the right to not expect anything from me. All right. Fucking Thursday, Friday, maybe a Sunday, sometimes a Tuesday. Who fucking knows, right? At any time. It's permissible if you're a hashtag Viggy Fammer, but and by hashtag Viggy Fammer I mean me. I'm the Viggy Fammer. Let's let's see. So how does this hinge make sense? Right. Let's connect this. And then we'll maybe bring it inwards like that. There you go. That already looks much more like a connection. Right. And it's like I'm also trying to figure out like when is the detail, like where do you add pockets of detail and where do you leave like this white space, right? Like that looks okay. I feel as if like, yeah, okay, a hinge like that, detail, but does everything need to be detailed? That's something I struggled with quite a bit, right? But yeah, no, 20 years is the bare minimum, bro. If I'm talking about mastery, I'm talking about like I fucking jizz lines and forms and perspectives, all right? Fucking strung up that semen takes minimum 20 years. So let's see. Okay, and then let's think about, let's just try to emulate the people that I look up to, right? So we will rock you. That's part of it, right? And then let's see, something like this. Bring it out, bring it around town, as a wise SpongeBob once said, right? Bring it around town. And then maybe, and these are all just random shapes I'm bullshitting. It's like, oh look, something mechanical, because he's in a mech, right? But let's see, and then we'll bring, and this is like attached to his head. And I'm trying to make sense of it right now. Let's just like, I'm trying to think, don't get me wrong. Am I succeeding? No, because thinking is for people who have wrinkles in their brain, and I am a smooth brain. Possibly, possibly, right? So I've already fucked up. You can see I had to like adjust that ellipse 3 times, right? But yeah, thank you, TYD, great, right? It was nice having you here. If you're still here, cool. Draw along again. If it's midnight, you gotta sleep. No worries. Like, subscribe, like, subscribe. Okay, so now I already made that too big, so I got to think about how that's gonna be connecting to the. Let's see. I have like a little. There's like his little microphone, little nubber, right? And then we'll bring that outwards, connect it like so. Good old line quality failing me as always. Wee, right? Eh. Okay, now I really got to think. Like, I want this guy to be like, "You fucking what, mate? You dare grab my mech? That doesn't make any sense." Fucking artist does not know how to draw me. And then let's see. I got to think about like the lips, the eyes, the nose. Wow, I didn't realize that a face had those features. That's incredible, right? Hold up. I also want to. I'm gonna keep challenging myself, and I'm gonna regret it, of course. Right. Note to self for all aspiring artists: challenging yourself is for pussies. All right. We stay in our comfort zone and we never try. Okay. So, anyways, let me think about the perspective. Something like this, right? And then we can bring it outwards like that. There you go. Now, how do you draw glass? Something I've always struggled with, right? How do you draw glass? Let's see. I want to be free. Oh, bless me. Jesus. Yeah, my burps do definitely sound like somebody taking a fat shit, which is honestly impressive in its own right, but are the fans impressed? That's a real question. Let's say Paul Allen's burp chart. Right? But let's see. Holy good night, bro. Hope you have a great day. This is fucking. You see, this is what happens. You turn people off, right? But I turned myself on, so it's fine. With vigor. Right. Emphasis on the igor. Yeah, have a good one. Have a good one. Green second. Have a good one, man. See, now this doesn't make any sense because like this was where his mouth was supposed to be, but I fucked that up. So I gotta think like it's further back. Maybe this is just like for some reason it's pointing at his nose. It actually doesn't make any sense. Like yeah, I should have drawn this last. But maybe we can have it be like, oh look, he has multiple comms. Yeah, maybe we can be like, no, look, there's another one here. And this one is actually attached to or like pointing to his who fucking knows? I don't know what I'm saying anymore. It just makes more sense. Just don't think about it. Just don't think about it. There you go. When in doubt, just add more cylinders. Right. Ta-da. And I'm really trying to think. And you see this is like my complete fucking cop out, right? Is the fact that I'm I'm drawing everything but the features that need to be drawn right now. Like you notice that? Like I'm drawing everything but the actual face in of itself because my mind is struggling so hard to comprehend how that's gonna work, right? So I mean it's a good thing. Like again, it's all about the fact that it showcases weaknesses, right? And you want to be very aware of your weaknesses. Let's see. So that I was trying to think was the neck. Again, like I'm basically trying to think about the mannequin and everything too, right? Let's see. Okay, so that's the jaw, right? Kind of made the neck a little bit too thick, but it's okay. And then I have to think about this is like it's a cool concept. It's a shit execution, but it's definitely a cool concept. And obviously this just falls in line with me and my attempts to like draw in manga, right? Do manga work, but I'm gonna rest my brain for a second. Okay, that was good resting. As you can see, these coffee stains are really adding charisma to the drawing, right? But okay, so how do we draw features? Definitely shouldn't have added this thing. That really fucks with it. But okay, so if I where okay, first I have to think like this is his head, so that means that's his brow ridge, right? Hopefully, and then that is his nose. Let's see. Add like the nose like that. Okay, no, that's the nose. And then that means we have the mouth here, and I'll try to make it so it's like he's essentially like, what the fuck, bruh? There you go. He's like super, super angry. Right? We basically completely blocked out his eyes because of my own fucking retardation, but that's the Viggy way. Let's see. What do I want his mouth to be like? Let's give it a let's give it up for the teeth. Yeah. We'll make it like he's clenching his teeth. He's like, shit, bro. That's really fucking me up. I love how I literally blocked his eyes. I didn't even need to. Oh, isn't that the power of drawing from imagination? You always fuck things up without realizing. Right? Because there you go. Like this right here, this is his lip, clearly. And I guess, like, again, if I didn't have this shit right here, his eyes would be telling quite the story right now. It would be genuinely telling quite the story, but we blocked his eyes up. Maybe is that poetic? I did that on purpose, right? It's artistic interpretation, right? Fuck it, let's give him a tear. He's reeing right now. It's like a rage tear. Yeah, he's like, it shouldn't have been me. It's not my fault. This is here's the Lord. This is why he fucking stepped and face planted on this shit because he has this fucking thing blocking his eyes. He can't see. His fucking dumbass. Oh, there you go. Genius, genius fucking storytelling. Thank you, Viggy. You're welcome, Viggy. You're a genius, Viggy. Thank you, Viggy. You're welcome, Viggy. There you go. Good shit. Good shit. And let's obviously give him a nice little seat because like man's got to sit, right? He's got to sit while he's fucking dumbass, to be honest. Look at him. He's actually so upset. That's a good story. That's a good story. That's actually like that ended up working out quite well. Um again, like the drawing in of itself could use a lot of work, but I think I actually managed to get the teeth and like the whole like wrinkle thing on his face pretty decently. I think it's okay. Like it does make him look pretty angry, right? I mean, the face is probably I think the nose is misconstrued a little bit, but let's see. I think you can also add reflections if you do some shit like this, right? And then there's like, nope, that's not right. I'm trying to like think about how Kim Jong Il would do it. He'd have like random shit. I mean, it's not random for him. He obviously understands the reflections. I'm just gonna be like, haha, herder random shit because I don't understand anything, right? But and also my pen is dying, which is a good excuse. When in doubt, just blame the fucking pen. And then we'll have there. This is metallic. There you go. And something like that. Again, like it is random shit for me. I'm literally just pretending like I'm understanding it by drawing the relative symbols that were utilized or the shapes and the graphic shapes that were utilized by the master, right? For me, for him, it's intentional. For Peter Hahn, for oh yeah, by the way, Marshall Vandroff. I don't mention him enough. I fucking love his art. It was amazing. I love his art. But again, this is just like a good lesson in proportion, right? The fact that I couldn't think about like that I couldn't place the face properly. I literally just did not place the face properly. So it's all these are always good lessons to be had. Right, let's give his nose a little bit of a sneer. right? That little extra millimeter really makes a difference. I would know, I measure every day, but let's see. Uh, on the other side as well. We don't really see this thing on the other side at all, unless I want to actually make it diagonal. Diagonally, right? Unless I want to make it diagonal, then I can just do something like this. There you go. Now he just looks retarded. Classic, right? Batman. But no, 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 no. Yeah. Anyways, uh, I mean, like this eye, I've been messing it up. I'm not gonna spend more time on this guy than necessary, right? But definitely want to give him some hair. Right, we'll just give him some graphic hair shapes like this, maybe. What the fuck? That doesn't even make sense. We'll leave it. We'll leave it. It's okay. Yeah, definitely now, like because my proportions were off, I definitely should have made this a bit larger, right? Because then we would have seen his entire face. But that is a mistake. That is a mistake that you simply live with. Now, what do you do in the background, right? Do we just? I mean, I guess I don't know. Is leaving it blank good, or is it better to add what's it called? Is it better to add like details or something? That's something I'm also trying to figure out, right? Like what is good? Like what is good? Because that's values, no? That's a balance of values or some shit. Who knows, bro? Who knows? But this is just me thinking out loud, so you know what I'm thinking of, right? It's not just random bullshit. Constantly trying to figure shit out, right? Constantly trying to figure shit out. But that's good. That's exactly where we all need to be, right? That's where I'd expect and I demand you to be, right? So this make a little bit larger, otherwise it's going to be a little bit off perspective. But overall, I do wish I actually showed his chin a bit more. Is my stream lagging? Overall. Oh, okay, never mind. That was just jarring. Fucking stupid ass laugh, right? But do we leave it blank for now? I think yes. But yeah, see, like even little, not little, but even things like proportion when it comes to placing the elements, right? And that's also, I guess, part of composition, but that's a different type of placing the elements. But yeah, just in terms of being able to understand and locate and be like, okay, well, this face should have been a lot smaller then, or I should have had the foresight to be like, hey, we need to increase the size of this. But I didn't do either of that, so now it's awkward, right? It looks cut off. It doesn't really make much sense. And I'm trying to think, right? Do I want to give his chair a little bit more, or like the back seat a little bit more perspective? Yeah, we'll do something like that. There you go. And then because I did that, well, actually, that's already wrong, but it's okay. So I guess just because of that, I'm going to fill this out, right? This is like the top of his little chair thing. And then maybe that frames it nicely, right? Maybe that frames it nicely. Hey, Parkit, how you be, my G? How you doing? Wagwanin. Right. Okay, so I'm just trying to think right now. Just trying to think. So what is the perspective here? Okay, it should be something like this, right? Because I have to think there's still a horizon line here now, completely separate from whatever the fuck the mech is doing or seeing. But okay, we'll leave it at that. I think that's a it gets the idea across that he's definitely not happy. I don't know if it comes across on the stream. I think it looks okay. Right? Obviously, like I see the high fidelity definition, all that shit. But it's not bad. It's not good either. But it's okay. Tell me how I become a goated animator. Practice for 40 years and never do anything apart from that. Don't have a social life either. And then when you don't become a goated animator, because they're like, we actually need you to have people skills, you need to get along with teams, there's a production pipeline, then you can be like, well, shit, at least I tried. Well, at least I tried. Or, who are some really good animators? I think TV Choi is an animation now. Modern Day James is an animator, right? Probably get more fucking actual genuine advice from them. You'll do it in 5? Bro, do it tomorrow, pussy. Fucking disgusting. I can't believe you're even talking about anything apart from days, if not hours, if not seconds. Right? So okay, so what do we want this arm? to be doing. What if this arm is holding that shit that that he fell in? That'd be pretty funny. Oh, Biggie, you have a hilarious sense of humor. Thank you, Biggie. You're welcome, Biggie. This joke's getting old, isn't it? Yes, it is. But let's see. Okay. Uh, that's not bad. Like I like it. I like that it. Yeah, this isn't bad. But now we have to think about what is happening here with this arm. Right. So, and like obviously this, okay, so that's what I was talking about earlier. Is like, well, I want to show tension that he's being grabbed, right? Like there's actually like this is I want to show motion. Motion is very hard to show in the sense that I have to think about gesture, right? And gestures, bro is reading fan comments from his schizophrenic mind. Exactly. Exactly. All these things like you don't even exist. This is all product of my imagination. That's why we're drawing from imagination, right? Get it? Because we're fucking deluding ourselves into thinking that anybody gives a shit. But let's see. Uh, so my question to myself, and I guess to anybody listening, watching now or later on, is I'm just trying to figure out like I didn't think that the dragon at the end of the day would actually be grabbing him like this. So the body in of itself is already oriented in a very stiff fashion, right? Like the C curve that I think would come from somebody grabbing you and like you're jolted, right? You're pulled back. The top half of your body is pulled back. The front is like it's kind of yeah, it's stretched in a way, right? Or the tension is where you're being pulled. So even if it looks stiff in the top, I still want the bottom to be reflective of that. So maybe the bottom should be foreshortened and going like way back to showcase that he's and this is just me thinking out loud. I'm just trying to figure this out because yeah, sure we can make shapes and all that stuff. And another thing is like how much detail. I'm assuming not much detail is going to be in the bottom half or like the other arm because that's further away, right? But it's not that much further away. And again, I already like did not I guess create good tangents or what like not tangents, but like foreground comparison here because these lines are like there's a lot of lines that are equally as thick on the jet or the jet-like shape compared to the this mech, right? So just trying to figure it out. Just oh, I gotta burp again. Fuck. Oh god. Oh, it's like a volcano except it's just staying there. Pompeii is not ready, and specifically the Pompeii is the page, right? Is that an alliteration? Pompeii is the page? No, there has to be another P. Poo poo pee pee poo poo. Pompeii is the page. There you go. That's better, right? When in doubt, make shit up. But okay, let me try to think. Wow, what a shock trying to think while you're drawing. Since when fucking when, bro? Since when, fam? But let me try to think about the shapes that I can use. Okay, well, first I gotta think. I'm just gonna we're gonna give up on not give up, but we're gonna offset the responsibility here for after I do this arm. So right now, this arm, I want it to be grabbing something. So what we'll do is we'll have maybe the arm go this way, and then whatever it's grabbing go this way. But that okay, no, that means I want to foreshorten it a lot. Then I want it whatever the arm to go this way, and then whatever it's grabbing to go like this. And that should be smaller. Oh, and I'll also draw the Gundam wing. Should I draw the Gundam wing? Right, like again, like how much tangent are we doing? Right, there's a lot of thinking going on here. It's a lot of trial and error trying to figure it out. Right, like this is actually really fun. This is genuinely, and whoever's here, I hope you're drawing along. Right, but and there's also foreshortening. So I'm trying to think about like the designs that would be used by the examples that I saw. So let's see if something like this makes. Oh, well, I already, I already fucking fucked that up. Here, we'll have to make up for the misalignment. Right, there you go. That's better. And I have to think now, right? Like, how is this actually coming across? Maybe something like that. And then it's coming down here. Oh, and then yeah, and then we'll there you go. And then there's the connection there. Nothing crazy, but and then I have seen a lot of like this sort of design on the wings themselves, right? So let's keep it a little bit thinner. on the bottom, and again, like line thickness is a huge thing, line consistency, all the other bullshit that you try to understand, right? And again, I guess I should make this a little bit thicker because it is in the foreground in comparison. I already fucked that line up though. But this is fun. This is fun. Like trying to think about the design. And if I want to foreshorten it accurately, which is what I'm trying to do right now, because like this is coming in this angle, right? And then we should have, well, I should have honestly angled it a bit more. That's on me. But I'm just trying to think, right? Like, and plus this is all cosmetics. Like at the end of the day, like this wing is fucking cosmetics. It's cosmetics, voice crack, it doesn't mean anything, right? So I just need to think about, let's see, and it'll be relatively foreshortened here. And let's see, like if it's attaching to his back right here, right? Let's say, and it's going, we're going across, and then we're going this way because the angle now is it's coming out this way, and then we're trying to it's the box. Like it's all related to the plane at the end of the day. And I'm assuming for those of you who understand, maybe it's easier to get, but you also have to remember there's a lot of different perspectives happening. Just with like they're all different perspectives technically on top of the shape, right? But if this is the overall box, right? This thing's going out, but because I want the others to jut out properly, I'm making it so let me get a reference piece of paper to hopefully explain what I'm talking about. Because maybe this will be helpful. Maybe this will be helpful in terms of like what is he actually thinking about, right? Like, or what does anybody who thinks about perspective thinks about? It's like if the wing is going out this way and the Gundam is in this perspective, right? Let's just say the Gundam's in this perspective, right? I'm not drawing it. What I'm basically doing is I'm trying to think like, okay, we're gonna have it jut outward and then like that. So it's actually this type of angle, right? It's actually like jutted outward. So in that same vein, right, I have to be like, okay, well, this is not just going outward, it's jutting out a little bit too. That's why it's pushing outward in terms of an angle, right? And for stylistic purposes, right, and for I guess gestural fucking composition, dynamism, whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? Purposes, just rule of cool, I guess, right? I want to exaggerate that. It's not going to be like technically accurate, but I want to exaggerate the fact that like, oh, okay, and like foreshorten it as a little bit more drastically to be like, oh, okay, this is this is a lot more, I guess, dynamic and foreshortened and angled out than it currently reads. If that makes any fucking sense, I don't fucking know, bro. But more than anything, let me think. Let me think. Okay, so more than anything, I just need to think about let's see. Let's draw my little logo here. I want to try implementing my logo as much as I can everywhere. There you go. This is probably fucked up the entire design. That white space was really good. Now it doesn't look as good anymore. But either way, I just did that for me. That was for me. Fuck you. That was for me. But let's see. I try to think. Make it jut out. Yeah, maybe we'll have it follow this line, right? Again, composition, leading the eye. So we'll have it follow this. This is the part where it's like, is it technically accurate? No. But does it kind of look cool? Probably. Just got to make sure it aligns well. That was close. And then, let's see, we'll have this jut out diagonally, right? So we'll do something like this. There you go. See? Oof, already. Like it's jutting out diagonally. It already looks, and it's foreshortened as well. Right? So we'll have to bring that down here. Right? And we actually don't see much. There you go. And that already looks relatively dynamic, to be honest. Like it actually doesn't look too bad. Right, and I will actually make it so it's slightly thicker, and this might fuck with the composition here, but leading the eyes of the page is always great. The way people stop looking at your shitty work, exactly, right? People will be like, "Oh wow, very interesting." I don't know why, but I feel as if it's not as garbage as I think it is, right? And it's purely because I'm leading the eye, man. I'm leading the eye. But yeah, like see that actually, I didn't even think about the fact that this could be angled outward as well. But now that I've done it, it's like, oh, okay, that's like it was originally supposed to be pretty flat. It was just cut out. It was originally supposed to be like flat. Like this is technically just going what's it called out, and it's just cutting, but not diagonally. It's just cutting like in like a random angle on the flat plane, like this way. Like imagine this is actually coming out, and the edge of the box is this. right? And it's yeah, it's like fucking this or some shit. I can't fucking explain this right now, bro. My brain's already it's just fucking dying trying to figure this shit out. I hope at least like hope it makes sense in the sense that like I'm just constantly trying to think about the perspective, right? When it comes to pieces like this, it's hard to fully explain what I'm thinking, but all you need to know is really try to always think about the perspective. Perhaps design, perhaps composition, perhaps all these fucking buzzwords. But overall, and we'll make again this line thicker as it's in the foreground, right? And if that's the case too, probably make the silhouette of this little helmet thicker as well, right? So it's a bit more of a clear distinction, but that looks pretty cool. That's actually a pretty cool silhouette. I'm not gonna lie. And oh, of course, like because we want again foreground, right? All these fucking words that you kind of have to think about. Let's make the even the paneling itself, right? The chat bubble, chat to my son, even that line weight, the outline thicker, so it's clear that this is in front. Try thinking about color. Yes, I'll try thinking about color when I haven't even fucking touched on form. Fuck off. Don't tell me what to do. I'll try thinking about color. Let's see. Hi, Biggie. You are underrated for real. Rakesh Ramesh IX4KW. Hey, thank you. I really appreciate that. Right. A new fan, old fan, someone who just pulled up. Right. How's it going? I have not seen your username before, right? How do you like the channel? How do you like the work? How do you like me, man? Give me validation. Right. Yeah. Anyways, this is actually pretty cool. The mech design is definitely starting to look a bit better. Right. But let's see. Let's see. So there's a good amount of this is actually like I like this a lot. Like the silhouette of the mech, especially this definitely looks a lot more Gundam like for sure. Like for sure looks a lot more Gundam like. And my mind really wants to crowd it, right? I'm not gonna lie, it really wants to add more shit and more shit. But this is I think pretty good for now. I subscribed around 2, 3 videos before. Lucky to be online. Where you all live? Oh, I appreciate it. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I know my channel isn't very algorithm friendly. 2, 3 months. Okay, okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, I know my channel isn't really, I guess, algorithm friendly or whatever, but it doesn't fucking matter because when I'm good, no, and when I'm good and I keep spamming the fucking feed with all my shit, right? It's gonna be hard, hard to ignore purely in terms of just the quality of my swag, right? So that's all. That's all there is to it. Right, but yeah, like right now, my channel especially is in a phase where vast majority of people are gonna fall off because they'll just see me drawing a fucking box and trying to visualize a sphere and then like all this other shit and like the form wrapping. Like it's gonna look very samey, but it's gonna be minimum 150 hours additional on top of that. So right now we're on part like 107. That shit is gonna be going to like part 250, maybe even 300. Right, but once it's internalized, once I have that mental model down, it's gonna skyrocket, and that will be applicable to everything else, right? But this is like the best part of my channel technically, because this is the quote unquote boring middle that everybody neglects, everybody nobody sees, right? And the intense cognitive effort, the tax, right? That is not really explained. It's just kind of presumed, right? But even that, like beginners need to understand exactly how much work it takes to be shit, let alone mediocre, let alone swag. I think I already made the swag joke, but either way, yeah, nice to have you on. Nice to have you on. It's so funny, right? It's so honey. That's also funny. Okay, so I need to think about how is this guy being grabbed? Bro will die before that. You know, that's what they say. You gotta. What is it? What the fuck is it? You get good or die trying, right? I'm just adding random bullshit because I'm trying to avoid my responsibilities of what I'm actually supposed to be doing here. But hey, that's a nice graphic shape, right? As a silhouette. Oh, bless me. Hi. Hey, Treblados, my boy, my boy. How is it going? What is up? Don't put words in my mouth. I saw your comment, motherfucker. Very funny. But it's true. You basically did say something like that, and I was just addressing it because for the 2 people who watch my videos, actually retention is completely dying, so nobody watches my videos. But for those of you who do, let's see. So I want. Okay, so how do I want to do this? Because I still want him to grab something, right? I want the Gundam to be grabbing something, and I want it to be a weapon, right? Like probably like a cannon of sorts, right? and I want it to be extremely foreshortened. Like I don't want it, I want it to stop like right here. I want it to be very foreshortened. So we should probably, and it should be actually probably back there because then the weapon itself can be huge. Oh, there you go. That's actually not a bad composition at all. So we will start with something like this. And let me think, because obviously I want to make better shapes than I did before. So we'll foreshorten right around there. Foreshorten. Okay, do something like that. And one thing I was looking at the Gundam designs, or just yeah, the Gundam designs, the mech designs, is I was noticing there's a lot of wrapping. It's a lot of form wrapping that's happening. Right? So I was playing Roblox and chatting in English. It was fun. Oh, you're Brazilian or something, right? Venezuelan? I don't fucking remember, but yes, I do recall that you are not native. I guess North American. Fucking my my extreme ignorance is showing. Right? Native North American. Nobody's fucking native North American, bro. We I didn't do shit. I'm brown, but we got other people, right? They slaughtered them. Right, and that's why their fucking ancestors or no, their descendants must be held liable for something they were not a part of. It's the only way. But let's see. And yeah, like Gundams have a lot of these connecting parts. It's all like plates on plates, basically. Right? It's all like wrapping. Extreme foreshortening isn't something that just applies on one thing within the scene. It has to be the thing that's closer to the camera. Yeah, yeah, of course, of course. It's very hard to figure out, right? Like even in this plane, I should it probably would have been better to because this basically just looks like zero perspective, technically, like organic perspective. The right side of this plane the right wing could have been more foreshortened, right? And I tried to kind of do that by having this one extended, but it's hard to see and it doesn't really make much sense, right? But it's always good to keep these things in mind. Let's see. That's the fun part though, right? Like that's the fun part. That's why I tried applying a little bit of maybe possibly foreshortening here. That's why this hand's gonna be a lot larger than this one, right? It's obviously gonna be a fuck ton of mistakes everywhere, but I enjoy this. I enjoy this. Is this thing inside the balloon a monkey? This is that what it looks like on the fucking thing? It's supposed to be the guy who's inside the mech. He's reeing, for lack of a better word. He's like, how fucking dare you be the reason I fucking fell in your shit. You missed the lore, but basically this entire scene is happening because this dragon was minding its own business. This dipshit fell in this shit. Not zero perspective. It just looks further away when you apply less foreshortening. Yeah, that's hard to figure out. It's fun though. How can I make this look like a guy? I can't. Give up. We'll just gonna cover that. And what else can be done? I mean, I guess I could technically just kind of block out this side of his face, right? Yeah, that has a bit more intensity to it. There you go. That's pretty cool. And we'll add the shadow above the brow as well. That actually, that I think that fucked it up. So if that did fuck it up, we might as well just get rid of the eyebrow in general. Again, extreme graphic read. There you go. Maybe that looks worse now, actually. Possibly. Probably does look worse, but who fucking knows? Can't control everything. Can't control everything. Let's see. Oh, that looks maybe a little bit better. Who knows? I'll leave it. I'll leave it. I'll leave it. I mean, it's not as if my quality, the camera quality is amazing either. It doesn't really pick up the nuance of the drawing, but either way, it looks pretty okay to me for my beginner eye, right? So let's see. We want the hinge. So I want it to like end right here because I've already started fucking it up. So let's see. Let's think about the shoulder. Let's think about the interesting shapes that we can apply to that. Right? There you go. And then it's like multiple rounding. A decent amount of multiple rounding is occurring. Right? something like that. It's like plating, but obviously this mech is not very functional. How do you practice with just the methods in the channel or more? With the bubble gum in the mouth. That's supposed to be a mic. That's supposed to be a mic, man. That's supposed to be a mic. Here, let me add another. There you go. Now you know it's definitely connected, right? There you go. But hold up. Where's this? Actually, like, I guess that's not the jaw anymore for sure. This is definitely the jaw. Right, and his ears obviously misplaced to all fucking hell. How do I practice with the methods? Because the better you get with form, it's yeah, because 95% of my practice, 95% of my practice is cataloged. It's all sequential. You see my year 1 to 2 playlists. It's everything I've done in order, right? So like everything you see is what I have done, right? So there's no in between, right? In the dark part, it looks like an animal with a piece of gum in its mouth. Oh, this? Yeah, yeah. I just still don't understand. Like reflections that well. Maybe adding that makes a difference. Probably not. Right. What if I do this? What if I fucking eh? I don't know, bro. But yeah, it's all about understanding form. It's all about understanding form. I think I actually made it worse. I definitely think it made it worse, but it's okay. It's okay. Like I'm okay with the mistakes, right? You have to live with them. But yeah, to answer you, Rakesh Ramesh, IX4KW, right? Um, yeah, it's all cataloged. What the fuck is your question? How do you practice with just the methods? Well, I focus purely on form. Focus purely on the artwad methods. It's all artwad, right? And I focus purely on like the thing is the better you get at drawing complicated shapes from your mind, the better you can. It looks like you've never practiced. Maybe try animation. What the fuck? That makes no sense. Good rage bait. Good rage bait, Parkit. This fucking guy's always trying to trigger me. But um let's see. Yeah, like the more you practice, let's see. Okay, hold up. Shut the fuck up. To me, not to you. But the more you practice being able to draw complicated forms from imagination and to be able to reason different types of form manipulations. First is just the box, then it's cutouts in the box, then it's also the cylinder, right? Ellipses. Like you're basically calculating. You're understanding how space works. The more you understand how space works, and it's all laid out in Artwad's beginner roadmap and more. And like even if you look at my shorts, the beginner exercises in order, by the way, not randomly jumping around. You gotta be very realistic as to how well you're capable of doing them, right? I'm not even that capable of doing any of this. But the point is, like, I'm just constantly trying to improve my understanding of form such that when I do these imagination drawings, I'm testing, like, hey, how well do I understand form? How well can I recall that thing that I saw? How well do I understand shape design or whatever the fuck, right? Like, how well do I actually understand it? And the answer is usually like, it's not that well, but slowly but surely, just because my bar for form complexity from imagination and manipulation and all that shit gets higher, my application gets better too. I think kind of giving the dragon a second pupil would be fun. That would be a good idea, but or maybe yeah, maybe he's protecting his kid. Nah, nah, I'm sorry. I already had like an original idea planned for this, so I cannot change it now on a whim, right? But you see, like and again, like I did not foreshorten this properly, right? So what I wanted to do, this should have been a lot more, what's it called, the fucking to the vanishing point should have been a lot more condensed, because if this is my basically this is technically a horizon line right here, right, and there's a box going towards that, so and if I wanted to foreshorten it to such a degree that it would have stopped right here, then these lines should have already immediately been going way further and way more diagonally cut in. But did that answer make sense, Rakesh, Ramesh, something, right? It's now the reflection on the helmet is nice. Oh, if it looks better, I guess fucking looks better. Yeah, the quality. Draw a dragon. Fuck off. You've already put me in this goddamn predicky dicky by asking me to draw a dragon. Now I'm trying to really think about a hinge, right? Like how does that work? I'm really trying to think about a hinge and like how this would connect. Because again, I can look at the fucking Gundam all I want, right? Like the examples that I have, and be like, oh yes, it's like this, it's like that. But to actually understand it is a whole different situation. Right? And right now I'm running away from my responsibilities by just adding some random bullshit here, which actually ends up looking quite decent. Not bad, Viggy. Thank you, Viggy. Right. Let's oh, there you go. Actually looks pretty cool. Didn't even mean for that, but Either way, okay, so let's think. What does the hinge look like? Yeah, I get it. The more I practice, the more my drawing bar increases. Exactly, but it's what you practice, right? Like you again, this isn't just my advice. This is the advice of all the like it's been 600 years of draftsmanship that's been constantly been like drawing. Like it's all draftsmanship, which is understanding form. If you look at go to Proco right now, it's like how to draw things from imagination. Latest video is like a 7-minute video. Marshall Van Druff, an incredible technical illustrator, right? He's like one of the I guess like the backbones of Proco, him and Stan, but they're the reason like Proco is what it is, right? And apart from the editors, and you got to give everybody credit. But yeah, the point is like Marshall Van Druff. I keep forgetting to mention it, but he's one of he's a I fucking love his art, and he's so technically adept, right? And like the people he mentions are, I think he's talking about Heinrich Clay. He's talked about quite a few people. There's the video. I still have it open because I want to actually like note down all those artists because I want to be able to involve them in my speech as well. When I mention people, I'm extremely like enamored by, right? But learning form has always been the foundation. Like learning form, line perspective, but especially understanding form and shapes in general. And yeah, by the way, while I'm talking, I'm still trying to think about this fuckery because I can't understand it. Let's see. Well, we can do something like this, right? And this is probably wrong, but what I'm doing right now is mainly just so I can get the shape design down, by the way. Like that's the main reason I'm drawing this right now is so I can get the shape design. Mention me. And Parkit, of course. Parkit, the goat of form. How could I forget? Right? But yeah, like this shape, I've seen this a lot in mech design, like this cutout, and then hmm. Well, I'm not gonna make it that long. Like there's a lot of like diagonals and all that shit, but you see this right here, this shape, these sort of cutouts, and these are manipulations. What is this? This is a box that has vertical cutout here, horizontal cutout here, vertical cutout here. It's diagonally cut out there. It's subtracted here and it's subtracted there. Like, and the thing is, you can conceptualize this, but unless you can do this, and because you've practiced it hundreds of times, right, you won't really understand it. And that's something I've been understanding consistently. It's like it doesn't matter how fucking good you think you are. Like it, if you don't if you can't do it and you can only understand it because things are a lot easier to understand conceptually than they are to do like actually in terms of practice, right? So that's why you have to really respect, you have to humble yourself, you have to respect the work it takes, respect the difficulty of the thing you're doing, and also genuinely embrace the fact that it's going to take a very long time. That's why you think in hundreds. It's funny that they skip this for art colleges in India. They focus more on pencil shading, painting, and still life. Bro, it's not just India. Like it's fine arts in like North America. Like Marshall was talking about this in the Proco video that I was watching yesterday, right? Where he's just like, he's like, they've been doing this for 600 years. This focus on fundamentals and form, and then randomly in the last 100 years, they said, "Fuck this shit," right? Like it's all about capturing life, which is very necessary. Like understanding value, shading, like all that shit's proper, but all of that gets 100 times better and easier when you understand form. You know, if tomorrow I wanted to go into still life, yes, there'd be a million things I wouldn't know, but just my foundations would be so much stronger than somebody who's only doing still life, right? But let's see. So I didn't foreshorten that properly. Europe is the same. Exactly, guys. It's just like I'm sure you all understand, right? This is why like there's this been huge resurgence in interest in draftsmanship. But with shadow, you show the shape. You do show the shape, but the thing is the understanding of the shape is better when you actually focus on form, right? Like without form, it will be blank. Exactly. Like it's not that you don't understand form, but the thing is like I've noticed a lot of even Stan. Stan is like huge fine artist, the creator of Proco, Stan Prokopenko, but he himself like has had to humble himself, and he said like he doesn't know how to draw from imagination. He thought he understood perspective until he tried drawing something from his mind and rotating it and like creating forms, and he's like, bro, I don't know form at all, right? But he's an incredible fine artist. He's an incredible portsman artist, painter, oil painter. Like I don't know exactly what his medium is, but he's fucking amazing. But he doesn't understand form to the degree that he wants to because it was neglected in his, and again, you know, Watts Atelier, all this shit, right? Like unless I think actually Jeff Watts Atelier is really good for that, but a lot of them in general just completely neglect the like think about it. I'm self-taught technically. Like this is Art Watts teaching and me just applying it, right? But I'm creating shit like this, which is in my opinion pretty cool. But it's like, how is it that me, some dickhead, who's just drawing and swearing at a piece of paper, right? But purely because I've been min-maxing form and just everything with that, I draw believable things. There's like a million things wrong with my art. There's so much shit I don't understand, and like I'm gonna work on over the decades, right? But because I'm form first and like purely just following the mindset of the old masters, I completely understand, and I've been able to conceptualize it better, I guess, if that makes sense. Like my technical ability is so strong, not like super strong, but it's so much stronger than someone who just goes down the fine arts route, right? TLDR, form is everything. Like form is fucking everything. And right now, I don't understand perspective. So like I did fuck this up, but let's see if we can make this, because it's also like and this is purely in the domain of drawing for imagination, but it applies to everything. It genuinely applies to everything. Right now, like I have to think like, dude, I didn't think about this properly. So how can I essentially uh let's see, how can I, yeah, how can I figure this out, basically. Like how am I gonna problem solve this? The fact that I didn't foreshorten this the way I want to. And look, this is actually like pretty mid. Look at that. Like why is it, it doesn't look, in my opinion, this, because it's gonna end up looking like this. It's gonna be this way, and then this way. Right. So that, in my opinion, doesn't really look that good. Like it's not a good silhouette, it's not a good flow or whatever. But the point is, we have to problem solve now, right? Like we genuinely have to problem solve. I wonder if the, oh shit. Yeah, that wow, that call completely got in the way of my fucking stream. Fucking piece of shit. I was getting a call. My bad. My bad. Yeah. You guys can hear me? Yeah, yeah. Well, what I was saying is it's all form, and it's actually a good thing that we can min max one thing and then somehow be so much better at everything else purely because we understand. Like it makes complete sense. But that I just think that it's actually a marvel. Like it's genuinely amazing that we have the ability to understand things to this degree. And the fact that we can just, again, fundamentals, we can literally just improve one thing has the biggest return on investment. Like isn't that amazing? Like if you think about it, like this one thing has such a huge return on investment that even if you're a complete dipshit like me, if you just autistically min max it, you're like, oh, okay, I can draw a lot of things and I can understand, and it'll just always feed into your understanding and your application of anything else you draw. Like it's actually like a fucking blessing, right? That we have this ability. But anyways, that's just me jerking off over how amazing art is. But it's true. It's true. God damn it, it's very true. See, like what am I drawing right now? I don't know, but I know that railgun shapes are kind of like this, right? And we have to think about maybe like a connection here, right? But the fact that I can even do this, even with these shitty lines, and the fact that it looks believable with all the other things that are wrong about my drawings, it is the power of form, and it's genuinely amazing. I also am trying to think about like how I can make this a bit more interesting. See, that line was too thick, right? This is the thing. Like my line thickness is very subpar, right? So constantly got to keep that in mind. I'm trying to think about the perspective, right? Sort of railgun-esque shape. Up, see, that line was too thick on the left there. I had to kind of fix it a little bit. But yeah, does that help you, Ramesh? Fucking Michael Madan Kamaradan, right? This is nobody's gonna get that joke. It's just a fucking movie from the 60s, 70s. But yeah, and I think I obviously made this way too close, right? I think I obviously made this way too close to the to the dragon. Bro, are you Tamil? Yes, I'm Tamil. Oh shit. I mean, your name's Rakesh and Ramesh. So I would assume you're Tamil as well, right? Yeah, I'm Tamil. But I'm Tamil, sorry. Yeah, it's amazing. I practice form and then I look back at me from the beginning of this year and I improved so much at other stuff. I don't know how much other stuff would have helped me though. Well, that's the thing. Like it's just it's like the fucking quintessential rule of art, right? The thing is like it has to be this effective. We can't be that crazy. Like you can't be so fucking crazy in the sense that if every single master I don't know why I say master like that, but every single master of art has consistently been like form, form, form. Hey, form. By the way, did you know form? Like, at what point do we just say, hey, like they're onto something, right? Too much fucking pride. It would be way too much pride to not admit that. So it's the truth is, yeah, form bleeds into everything else. The better you understand 3D space, it is insane. Like think about it. I've been doing this shit for the past 6 months. This is what I've been doing. This has been my whole form practice, which is to fucking create a 3D simulation in my mind, right? See the schema, wrap it over, make it even more difficult. Like this is, by the way, spoilers for the next 5 parts. If you don't fucking give a shit, please draw along. But I've been doing sheer fundamentals practice, just building a mental model for spatial reasoning. Yet, the more I understand space, the more I'm able to see through forms, the more I'm able to, my brain has essentially, it's freed up mental energy towards designing, like making interesting shapes, right? Trying to actually figure out what looks good, like making things look believable. It is literally the biggest return on investment you can get. And it's very difficult, which is why everybody shies away. Let's not forget that. It's very difficult to think about a fucking three-dimensional existence on a two-dimensional plane, which is the paper. It is 100% very difficult, but it transfers over. Again, how the fuck am I drawing this? Like, why? Why? Crazy sneak peek. Yeah, that's why like you use my videos to draw along, because we all know I'm not entertaining, right? We're all very well aware that this is not the Viggy Fam era where I'm like some extreme entertaining what am I trying to say? Like, yeah, this is just not the part of my channel, the repository, which is going to be about me being some sort of like extremely entertaining or really well drawn individual, right? That's not the part. This is the building part. This is the first decade is the building part. Like we're literally building the foundation. We're not. Anyway, I'm fucking distracted. But yeah, we're not drawing anything impressive by any means. Okay, so now the question is, do I stop this here? Do I let it go? I think I'm gonna keep going. My intuition, and this is where like a little bit of intuition comes in. It's like, oh, it's telling me that you should just kind of connect it all the way. But now it's like, okay, well, now that we've connected it all the way, we still want to indicate the form, right? And is this a good indication? That is TBD, right? We don't know. Maybe it looks okay, but again, another thing is like I should probably create. There you go, some more depth with these shadows. Obviously, the line work was fucking ass here, and obviously indicate some form. There you go. That looks a lot more like. That's definitely starting to look like a battle at the very least. But yeah, like Park at 100%. I've seen how your drawings have improved as well. The better we get at form, the better we get at anything, right? And like it genuinely is the biggest return on investment. Like, how am I creating something that looks like some sort of laser gun and all that shit just because I looked at the Gundam reference on my Pinterest, right? And I'm like, okay, so there seems to be this sort of shape language, right? Think about that. I just did, okay, there's this sort of shape language, and then now I'm creating something that kind of looks like it. Like that, if that isn't a testament to just the power of the most, because it makes sense, like it makes sense that the most difficult thing would have the highest return on investment, right? Form, understanding perspective, understanding like seeing through form, seeing all this shit would be the biggest. Like, it makes sense. It's so fucking hard that obviously your brain like is you're gonna understand the space and you're gonna be able to apply it as well. Like I've never drawn this person before, I've never drawn this mech before, I've never drawn a plane before, I've never drawn any of this before, yet it looks relatively believable, right? Don't you think that when you make a box, you should make it correctly without thinking about 30 things at the same time? Because if it's made correctly, it would fit the 30 things. Well, no, that's the point, right? Like I can draw a box correctly without thinking about the 30 things. It's just that thinking about the 30 things makes the box incorrect, which then it forces my mind to create a correct box while thinking about the 30 things. It's not the other way around, right? Like I can make a box when I'm just thinking about the center lines, right, and the diagonal, and I can do all that shit. But to make a box while also thinking about the sphere, while thinking about the center lines inside the sphere, right, while also thinking about like the entire overall schema and then making it on this scale, that's a new skill. That's a completely new skill, is to like do it correctly, but at this scale while thinking about 30 things. Because you can do it correctly while not thinking about any of those things. I can just think about the box and make it correctly. It's all Gucci, right? But that's something else. It's like it's beautiful because if I can learn, and when I learn, as I continue to figure out how to make the box correctly in perspective while thinking about those 30 things, my ability to just make those shapes without thinking about those additional 30 things will also exponentially improve. So it's a win-win. It's an absolute win-win, right? But yeah, that's how it works. That's how it's always worked. That's how it gotten to this point. Is just constantly push the difficulty and keep trying to make it as accurate as possible while I push the difficulty, right? It's never the other way around, right? It's all about, the whole directionally correct effort thing I speak of, right? And if you ever want any solace, literally just look at my year 1 to 2, year 3, year 4. You'll see it's just constantly focusing on fundamentals and getting better, right? But this actually looks pretty cool. I do think that this obviously loses, like, because again, that's a lot more clear. That's a lot more clear, right, then this is not that clear at all because again, this actually looks like it's part of like, you got the shoulder, you got the elbow hinge, and then now you got this thing, right? It looks a bit short, but it's fine. This I see. You see the difference in intent with this shape and actually like me internalizing what the shapes were versus this one, which is kind of random bullshit because all my energy went to the actual Gundam itself, right? So yeah, does that make sense, Treblados? Right? I mean, hopefully it makes sense. Okay, so I'm gonna rest my brain. Let me drink some more of my coffee, and yeah, hopefully you're all drawing along. Right, damn, I still have a decent amount of coffee left. How long have I been drawing for? Said I'd go for 2 hours. Oh, it's only been an hour. Nice, it's only been an hour. Good shit, good shit. But yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Right? Okay, cool. Because other things will suffer. Things that you're good at will get worse when you're trying to add more things. And again, you do it like a little bit at a time. I never, but first it was just the fucking box and the sphere inside of it. Then I started thinking about the normal vertical and horizontal center lines, not even the center planes, just the center lines. Then I started thinking about the cross axes. Then I started thinking about the center planes and the ellipses inside of them, right? Like it's like all sequential over, as you can see, 100 hours, right? So and I still have another easily 150 to 200 hours to go. But again, that fundamental practice is what's creating this. It's not the other way around, but that fundamental practice and that sheer willingness and effort to create a mental simulation in my mind that I can rotate at any angle that contains 3 layers of perspectives and 30 plus calculations that my brain will be forced to chunk and chunk and chunk. So energy is freed up to think about other things, right? Like that is the foundation for my portraits, but that is the foundation. Like that ability to spatially reason is clearly applicable in like completely different contexts because it's spatial reasoning. It's universal. It's applicable to everything, right? But again, like when I learn environments, it's going to be different as well because I'll have to really think about it. And that's why I'm trying to practice it earlier on is like scale, right? Like this dragon is larger than this mech, right? And then this plane right now looks like it's the same size as the dragon, but then once this dragon is holding this plane, but it's like this big, it's like, oh, okay, this is like really in the foreground. But again, my line weight has a lot of issues because these things are equally as detailed. Like, oh, there's like always a million things to think about. But the point is, you always get better with spatial reasoning. Right, and that's the whole point of my channel is to be like, hey, look, fundamentals not only work, they work to such an extreme that when even when you only practice fundamentals and then you just test your fundamentals through imagination drawings, the better you get at creating complexity and understanding complexity, the easier it gets to observe complexity and then recall complexity and then apply complexity, right? It's all based on your innate ability of understanding and application, which then transfers to recall, interpretation, and application. All right, a lot of Asians in this sentence. Do you have any suggestion for me to get rid of my procrastination? Do you have any suggestions for me to get rid of my procrastination or your story of overcoming procrastination? Well, I can't fucking speak procrastination like tips, right? I will get to that. One second. Draw difficult things because difficult things give friction and friction is not boring. Yeah, it's all about directionally correct difficult things. It's about seeing the value of the difficult thing. Right now, for me, it seems like you struggle to see the value of those difficult things, and I get it because you're a bit younger, and I know when you're younger, like, and this isn't to be condescending, right? It's just the fact that, like, in general, it is hard to think in the future, which is why you have to keep reminding yourself of the value, right? And the value I'm telling you is the difficult things is the ability to spatially reason, the ability to really see the complexity, to push it in the direction you want to, by the way. Like, all I'm showing is like I'm pushing something in the direction that I am interested and enamored by. And that is just still deeper spatial reasoning. And that's resulting in an application, which is really nice. For you, right, whatever concept you're learning in spatial reasoning or forms, right? Like as you can see from like the fundamentals like last year like part 40 to part 70 I got super into form wrap into hard surface, right, multiple rounding, single rounding. That put me into the fucking cute bots workout which I did for like 30 hours because I got super into understanding mechs, which then put me into like super trying to understand like which made me go into portraiture and then just create like this insane thing because I talked to broken draw, but like just constantly pushing my application, right? It's just you push what you're interested in and then you try to figure out what like how you can really improve that and like make it more interesting and more fun. And it's just all trial and error. It's trial and error that's based on the fundamentals and backed up by your own curiosity, right? And if you don't have curiosity, then it's just like, how can I just make this more interesting? How can I make this more complex? And your brain, through that immense struggle, through hundreds and thousands of repetitions and effort, right, projecting out over the years, right, is like it's just going to constantly go down its path of like, this is hard, how can I make this more interesting, more complex? Okay, I went here, oh, like that makes me more interested in this. Okay, same concept, this is hard, how can I make this more interesting, complex, blah blah blah. Before you know it, in my case, you're fucking drawing machinery that looks believable, right? But it all started with me fucking mentally dying over a single rounding with one box, right? And that was just 1 year ago, right? So yeah, try to visualize more things. It gets harder. Yeah, yeah, but you again, it's like it's and I explained this in my latest video, right? But I guess I fucking ate 40 minutes in, so nobody's gonna hear that. So for those of you who are here live right now, it's like, okay, well, how do I know how to push myself? How do I know I'm not trying too hard or like I'm going above my comfort level to the point where I can't even think? Well, the difference is, let's say you're just trying to understand. Let's just say super beginner, right? You're trying to draw a plane that goes towards a horizon line, right? If you understand the concept of the plane going towards a horizon line, but you struggle immensely with the application, that's what you need to push, right? Bless me. So it's like, okay, I know I understand the concept of the lines converging towards the point. I understand the concept of the horizon line existing. But my brain really struggles because the horizon line's like this fucking like this big. And my planes are converging, the lines are going this way and that way. So you're like, dude, that's a huge disparity. And I understand how to close that gap. And then that's what you can focus on. And then once that becomes pretty fucking decent over like hundreds of repetitions, then you're like, okay, onwards to the box. Same thing. I understand the concept that it's converging here, it's converging there. I understand that like the space 2 point, I understand it, but applying it in my current output is fucking mid, right? So what's the disparity? What's the gap? Boom, another like fucking 50 hours, right? Arbitrary numbers, but the point is a fuck ton of volume, intentional volume. And then there you go. It's all sequential, and then you keep applying, right? You keep stress testing it through random imaginary drawings and trying to observe the world around you, try to think about how it actually applies to real life, right? But it's all slow and steady. And again, the more you do it, the better it gets, the easier it gets to chunk the information, the easier it gets to understand it. But it's only through sheer hours and hours and hours and intentional repetitions, right? It's not about burnout. Why do you think I only do fucking 5 hours to 6 hours of drawing a week, right? Like that is literally how you maintain it, you know? But does that make sense? Right? I feel like it gets easier over time. Not struggling with the making of lines is a blessing. Exactly. But in the beginning, I have the video to prove it, right? This is a video for beginner artists. You are not alone. Fucking year 1 to 2 playlist, right? Which is I struggled with lines for 8 months straight because I started with pen only, but now I don't really think about it that much. But even then, when this pen is fresh, right? When it's moist and wet, right? My lines go to shit again because it's like even more fucking absorbed in the page, right? Like this is the tail end of this pen's lifespan, and that's why the lines look cleaner. But in the beginning, like again, you can see my lines are really fucking like there's so much. It's beautiful, right? But your brain literally just gets better at consolidating the information. That's neuroplasticity, that's effort, right? But that friction you feel, you lean into that. And then when you really feel as if like, damn, I'm fucking leaning into it, this is hard, that's when you take a step back and you take a 10-second break because these micro gap effects, your brain replays it at 10 to 20 times the speed and it fixes the connections that you're struggling with. And that's why you also rest after your practice session. You don't stimulate yourself with social media or anything, right? But anyways, let's just try to get the body of this guy down, right? And the big thing I'm going to I understand right now. So like, let's see. I want it to be like a C curve away. Right, I'm struggling right now to create a form to rotate. Yeah, that just gives Parkett the opportunity to think about like what form would I struggle with, right? He starts with something simple, makes it more complex, then he's like, this is pretty complex. Let me try rotating it. Boom, he realizes he can't rotate it in 7 different angles. Wonderful. Opportunity to just fucking go off on that. Because that's not just the thing is that doesn't improve his ability to rotate that form from imagination much more what's it called? Proficiently, right? It gives him the ability over dozens of hours to rotate any complex forms or any forms with that level of complexity from imagination in many angles, right? Which then makes it easier for him to understand complex forms and then rotate them and create them and recall them and merge them from his mind, right? So it's all a positive feedback loop, right? But you start simple and then you increase the complexity. Like even now, like and this may look complex, but I really was just thinking about box, and then like what kind of fucking random manipulations can I add? But those what kind of fucking random manipulations took me 150 hours to get to this point. 150 hours. Do it once, max effort. Do it 150 more times, right? Or like 149 more times, right? Like people can't really conceptualize the work it takes. But for those of us and for those of you who are in that process, you 100% understand, right? So if I'm ahead of you, great, you can see like, oh, like this is like what I can generally expect. Not my decisions, not my art style, not the things that I draw, but like the level of understanding that that I then apply to my interests, right? Same thing. It's like the level of understanding. The understanding always comes down to spatial reasoning, form, complexity, right? Just space, just always space. But and then everything builds on top of that. Don't get me wrong. Everything else is very important. Like I don't understand textures, obviously, but because I understand space, this is a more believable dragon. This is a believable, monstrous-looking creature with shit textures on top, right? So like that's still the difference. But anyways, Rakesh said, "Do you have any suggestions to help me get rid of my procrastination?" Um, get good. Just fucking every day, every day. Give yourself a low bar, right? I personally can't answer on this because like once I decide to do something, I just do it. Like I personally really can't answer on this, but like I mean I can because I don't know, it's hard for me. Like for me, if I know something's good for me, like if I know that something is good for me, and it also took me a lot of time. It's a mindset thing, right? So the procrastination, actually, more than anything, what I can tell you is effort, 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 effort. Like sheer effort is what you can always focus on, right? Like it's always about effort at the end of the day. Right. So don't say I'm gonna create something amazing. Don't tell yourself that. That's just a fucking recipe for disaster. It's just I'm gonna try as hard on this specific thing. And again, that's why I keep fucking dick riding Artwad, because they get rid of the thinking. They really, like, in terms of like what to focus on, they get rid of that. It's just okay, how, like, you just have to think when you're doing it. And thinking when you're doing it is a lot easier than thinking about what to do. You know what I mean? So I'm really trying to figure out the form here. Let's see. Maybe adding a little like attack, because this torso doesn't look too good to me. But let's see. I'm trying to see how I can make it look relatively decent. And again, I think these lines are definitely getting way too thick. But yeah, like the biggest thing I can tell you is focus on the effort. Don't say I'm gonna draw this amazing thing. Your only expectation should be that you're trying hard. And in the beginning, your trying hard will be fucking ass. Because in the beginning, for me, trying hard was like putting in 20% of that, like not even like 10% of the effort I put in now. But the more you try at trying, the better you get at putting in effort. And it's a mindset thing. You have to keep equating, you have to be able to recognize your mistakes and keep equating your recognition and attachment of good feelings to those mistakes as the reward, right? Like that is also what it comes down to, right? Emphasis on the come, but it's very. I know it's difficult. Trust me, I know it's very difficult, right? But it's it's a mindset, and mindset is what, a response to an external stimulus, which is what, like what you're experiencing, right? So it's it's just constant effort, bro. I don't know what else to tell you, right? Like it's also about believing that you'll figure it out, right? Like a lot of people struggle with consistently doing something because they don't really believe they can figure it out. But if the path has been laid out for you, if you know these are the things I got to do, then it's just about believing you can figure it out. You think I'm not, dude? You think every fucking day I practice this and my mind is trying to think about fucking 30 plus calculations here in an angle it's not comfortable with, and then trying to wrap a fucking 3D form over it while thinking about this, holding this entire schema in my mind? You think every fucking day I'm not like, every time I draw this, every time I do this session, right? I'm not like, bro, like I feel like I'm gonna be here forever, but I'm not. This exactly what I'm going through here is the same shit, is the exact same shit, 150 to 200 hours that I went through in the beginning first year when it came to visualizing a plane and then a sphere inside that plane. Same shit I went through it. This is the exact same level of effort and the fucking minor axis, right? This is the same difficulty, same fucking extremely long time span, same jump in spatial reasoning, like same intense jump in spatial reasoning, visualization, application, right? Like it's fucked. You know, how the fuck was I supposed to see something like this? Like how the in God's name was I supposed to see something like this? Through 150 hours to 200 hours of sheer effort, right? And then that transferred over, obviously, to many other things as well. So I get it. Like I get it. I'm literally in the trenches right now. You know, I'm in the trenches right now. Like I get it. So again, I can only tell you what I keep telling myself. It's you're gonna make it through. It's all about sheer effort. Like that's really all we can tell ourselves, right? It's all about sheer effort, and we will figure it out. Like, but that's why you think I keep saying that shit in my videos too. Like I will figure it out. I will figure it out. But what the fuck else am I supposed to say? Oh, I think it's actually impossible, and I'm not gonna figure it out. Like what the fuck? How does that benefit me, right? But anyways, I'm trying to think about this torso, this bunda as well. Try to think about some. There you go. And let's curve it off here, right? Okay, so that actually looks a bit more complete. Doesn't look incredible, but looks more complete. Let's see, maybe I can add. Okay, so this pen is definitely dying, so it's time for a new pen, which is just the old pen that's been marinating and filling up its ink. Did that help you, Rakesh? Right, let's see. In the beginning, the 3 years ago, I tried to fill 1 page a day of my sketchbook. Didn't do it every day, but you should not let that. Exactly. It's not about doing it every day, bro. I miss days all the fucking time. I've been gymming for 11 years, right? I've easily missed like 3 months of like 5 months, 6 months of gymming. But who actually goes to the gym for 6 months? And that's days I should have gone, but I didn't, right? Over 11 years, I've easily missed half a year. But how many people actually stick to the gym for even 3 months? Right? Like a quarter of a year, right? So it's like it's total volume and total directionally correct effort over a long period of time. The biggest thing, and more than anything, what everybody misses is just the fact that they have to think long term. And And in this instant gratification society, right? Like the fucking, I know it's classic. We live in a society, right? But genuinely, in this day and age where everything is about short-term results, and I mean everything. Like, why do you think 90% of an artist's fucking bitching is the fact that they're not gonna get there fast enough? Like, that's what 90% of artists actually bitch about. If you think about it, right? It's just, I want to get good fast. That doesn't exist. That does not exist. There's no such thing as getting good fast because you're basically fucking spitting in the face of the thing you're trying to get good at, right? Like it's literally like it's just about being humble, you know. And these are all practices. These are all things you constantly practice and tell yourself, right? Because we are what we tell ourselves, right? So if we tell ourselves we're incompetent, we're incapable, or we're never gonna get there, we're gonna believe it. Therefore, we won't put in the effort because we believe we won't get there. But if we tell ourselves that, well, no, I'm gonna fucking get there. Okay, and I will figure it out, and I'm gonna keep fucking trying. And it's all about the effort, right? Over time, hundreds and hundreds of repetitions. It's all repetitions. You get there too. Like you get that mindset, which feeds into your practice. Does that make sense? Let's see. Let's try to make this. Let's try to make this. See, you can immediately see like the pen is attaching a lot more, for lack of a better word, right? And let's. Right now, by the way, my brain's really tired. I'm probably gonna take a little bit of a break, like a mental rest, not an actual break from the drawing, right? Like the gap effect that I always talk about, right? Because I want to make this make a little bit more sense. Let's see. Okay, so I already fucked something up here. So we have to figure out about how to make it look good. Okay, let me just take a break. Let me read your comments. Right. I'm very grateful to have met Kim Jong-il and Yu. Otherwise, I would have been stuck being a silly beginner. Bro, do not fucking put me. I appreciate it greatly, but putting me in the same sentence as Kim Jong-il. Holy shit. Very kind of you. Very kind of you. But hey, my goal is to become the best, absolute best draftsman that I can. And whether I hit my goals of making the Animorphs manga fan adaptation, whether I hit any goal, at this point, I'm just fucking obsessed with seeing how far I can go. Like how much better can a human being really get? And the answer is going to be honestly probably a lot better, as long as they never give up. To be honest, but let me try to think. Uh, this is me like really really floundering right now because I did not think about how I was gonna make this happen. But hey, now that just looks he has two bulging fucking discs coming out of his cock, so that's pretty good. And then let's see. Okay, hold up. Let's see. You got the mentality which I want in my drawing session, man. I usually get frustrated when a drawing doesn't get good, and the 12th board next year are giving me tense time. I understand if you have a time pressure thing, right? I get that, but I'm assuming you can apply again, right? Is it like a one and done thing? And more than anything, like school doesn't really lend way to you actually getting good. School really just forces, especially bro, like in India, I'm aware of the fact that like it's all about fucking nobody gives a shit about artists. It's all about memorizing and all that shit, right? And obviously I'm like huge generalized statement, but I get that like the education system is very different in India. But in general, like regardless of the India thing, right? If you are in a rush, you're never gonna get there. But if you simply just if you how can I say this, right? You just have to extend the time horizon. You win if you think in decades. It's as simple as that. It doesn't matter if it takes decades or it doesn't. I thought this would take me fucking 8 years to get me to this point. I'm 3.5 years in, right? I thought this would take me fucking almost over twice as long, right? To get to this point. So we're really bad at predicting the future. So all we can do is believe that we can fucking consistently try and get there. But let's see. I don't think I can balance studies and art college preparation. Yeah, that's why you just do the little bit that you can. Being consistent with practice is more important than practicing long. It's 100%. Again, I only do an hour a day. Right now, I guess 2 hours, but half of that is me fucking talking shit to you guys. But making a drawing a habit is a halfway point, 100%. Definitely need your mentality from now on. It'll be figured out eventually. Exactly. And again, by the way, when you get frustrated when you're drawing, that signals to your brain that this is not something to focus on. I want to be very clear. Like from a pure neurological perspective, adding frustration, like signaling frustration to your brain when you're in the midst of something that is difficult, signals to it to block all attempts to figure it out. It actually kills neuroplasticity. So purely from a learning standpoint, you actually are benefiting when you think positively. When you think positively about, and you literally attach dopamine and good feelings to the efforts that you make and to the errors that you make. It's recognize error, feel good. Recognize error, feel good. Be in extreme discomfort, feel good. That's actually how you get better faster rather than attaching frustration. right? Plus, obviously, with the other aspects of burning out. But if you want a pure, like, just beneficial neurological, right, neuroscience, all that perspective, being frustrated with the process of learning actually stifles your learning, like objectively 100%, right? Because it completely stifles the error recognition and consolidation and reconciliation, like figuring it out process. But let's see. Making a drawing. Okay, Kim Jong Il spoke as if he had gotten good out of nowhere. He seemed like a mystical being. No, he didn't. If you watch all of his videos, he literally there's one video specifically where he's like, "I'm extremely average." Where he's like, "Prodigies make leaps and bounds in terms of progress." He's like, "For me, it was literally one, two, like little steps, little steps." He talks all the time about being frustrated about not being able to get something. The thing is, like, he became known when he was already 20 years into learning, and I was reading about this. It's crazy. The difference between an art prodigy and any other prodigy is that an art prodigy is just obsessed. That's the only thing that sets them apart. Is they just try to obsessively understand the world through art. And lo and behold, all of Kim Jong Il's interviews, ever since I was 4, I was really obsessed with drawing the world. I was really obsessed. I was thinking in 3D by 4 years old because I was obsessed with trying to figure out why everything was, right? Add obsessed with figuring out the world in 3D from the age of 4, drawing for 10 to 16 hours a day since the age of, like, let's say 6, right? Lo and behold, when he's fucking in my age, he has 20 years of experience of pure just trying to understand the world and just figuring out draftsmanship. 20 years. So obviously by the time he's 40, he has 47. He passed away, I think, when he was like, fucking rest in peace, but like in his late 40s, right? He has almost 40 years of experience. 40 years of sheer, like, directionally correct obsession and just 16 fucking hours of drawing, anywhere from like 6 to 16 hours of drawing, right? Like, and he also says, I've drawn a lot more than you ever think I ever have, right? Like, that's the thing, like that. It's just, and he also did not have like this extreme, just like, it's not as if he was always thinking about form, right? But he just was constantly obsessed with trying to get better and understand things better. So, and again, like, just constantly fucking trying and making a shit ton of failures, right? Like, that's what he always says. So no, he was not a mystical being. We mysticize him because we don't we can't comprehend him. But think about this, like a beginner who can barely draw a line, they might look at this and be like, whoa, but now it's all documented. So that retarded noise can be saved to one your drawing session. Right? So it's the same shit. It's the same shit. Right, I almost believed it. He already said he was drawing and realizing that he could draw any shape from any angle in the middle of a drawing practice. Yeah, after 20 years. If you watch Proko's video, he said that after 20 years he could do that. After 20 years, right? So he's talking about his beginning 20 years after starting. Exactly. Oh, so Parker gets it. Yeah, yeah. Viggy, I'm glad I showed up for the live. Definitely something I needed, which I thought I didn't need. We'll definitely try to come for the next live. I gotta sleep. See you. Have fun. Yeah, you wonderful, wonderful, wunderbar. Have a good time. Have a good time. Right. There's a reason I'm really passionate about this, guys. Like, I get how difficult it is. Right. If there's anybody who gets how difficult it is, it's only me, nobody else. Right. That's why I have to like subscribe. But no, I get it. I genuinely, I understand. Trust me. Like, I understand. I have no other way to say this. Like, I get it. Okay. Again, like, I know how difficult it is to eat. Like, I know how much cognitive effort it takes, and that's another thing. Is like, we don't beginners. I'm still trying to really get that across. That, like, it's cognitive effort. It's cognitive effort. Like, the line is still cognitive effort, right? Because it's you're thinking about how to fucking hold your pen. Proprioception. In the beginning, it's just proprioception. How the fuck do I hold my pen? Right? How do I even apply a line while holding my pen? While thinking about the line that I'm applying while holding my pen? Right? Like, that sentence in and of itself should have given you a goddamn aneurysm, because it gives your brain an aneurysm if you can't even draw a line. And I could not draw a line. Like, I was the beginner. Couldn't draw a line, only had patience. That's the only reason I could ever draw anything, is pure patience, right? Genetic predisposition, talent towards just slightly being more patient. Why? Because I really wanted to draw the thing. So even for me, there's a little bit of that obsession, right? But yeah, I'm glad that I helped you out, Rakesh. Right. And again, don't never forget, to anybody watching or listening, it's continuous effort. The mindset is continuous effort. Why do you think even in my videos, I'm constantly saying, like, that feels amazing. This feels great. I love this. I love this. Right. Because it's hard. It's hard to do something extremely difficult and then to fucking gaslight yourself. And it literally is gaslighting. And that's how we learn better, is through the gaslighting, right? Of being like, oh yeah, I love this. This is so good. But after fucking years, clearly for me at this point, like almost 2, 3 years of doing that, then you're like, oh, actually, I think I do love this. Like, my brain can't comprehend a world where I don't love this, right? And that's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. All right, there's quite a few people here. 9 people. That's insane. I think the most I ever had was 11. That's crazy. So yeah, welcome to all of you. Please do draw along. Right now, I'm just trying to think about like a grading shape. Right. Gaslighting yourself works. It does. That's actually fun. It's literally it's literally how learning works, is when you keep reinforcing to yourself that you enjoy this thing. right? And you enjoy the effort. Like our brain learns better when we put positive emotions towards the friction. It literally learns better. And then that's why you also take these little gap effects, right? Like it's all part of it. It's all part of it. You just have to put in the effort. What a fucking shock I said that again. Right? But yeah, like this is actually pretty cool. I actually want to do so much more today, but it's already 3, so I will go for another 40 minutes. Obviously I spent a lot of time talking rather than drawing, but it's okay. But yeah, I'm glad that whoever came along could come along, whoever wanted to come, you can always stroke one out for the hashtag Biggie Farmers, right? But but yeah, like I get it. Like in terms of just the effort and just like how difficult it is, trust me, I get it. It's why after I finally get that's why after like what, like fucking a year and a half from now, when my portraits start looking like portraits and not just fucking wireframes that make no sense, I'll put out another video like this is a video for beginner artists to be like, hey, look, here's the other fucking 300 hours of what it took to be mediocre, right? To keep reframing, to be like, oh, look, I get it. That's just a fuck ton of work, and everybody's capable of that work. That's the biggest thing I want to keep saying is like everybody's very, very capable of that work. This is me trying to do stylization. Look, I'm breaking the lines, right? So unique. I'm breaking the lines. Oh, right. Fucking don't even understand anything that I'm doing, but I'm breaking the lines. Okay, so like this torso doesn't really look that good, and I feel as if I should have added maybe. Oh yeah, there you go. See, adding a little connection there, like break it off. But now I need to. I'm going to actually experiment with values because I feel as if now the gun is getting lost in all this bullshit. So we obviously need to well, not obviously, I'm thinking obviously, quote unquote, right, whether it makes sense or not, to make the background a bit darker so we see the gun. And now we see the gun a little bit better, right? That's a bit better. But goddamn, goddamn, what a session. But this is the part where I need to really try to make things not because look at this. Like, look, like this is a lot of tangents. Like this shit's too detailed. So we just need to be like, oops. Like these lines need to be very, very thin more than anything. And let's see, well, yeah, we'll make like I'm trying to think about the leg shape. Trying to think about the leg shape right now. Fuck me, talk way too fast. I'm sorry. Don't be sad. And you can see my shapes in general are getting kind of samey. So this is where this is actually where my brain's just very tired. And I'm obviously thinking, I see that was like wrong. I see I should have thought more. You see, I'm not thinking anymore. So drawing is thinking, I always say, right? So like I'm trying to make it so like it's a bit see-through. So maybe that helps. And to be like, oh look, we can still see the other side of the leg because this is still a shape that needs to be acknowledged. And let's see, maybe we can have this jut out like so, and have it jut out again like this. I don't know how much time I should spend animating. My goal is animation, but I only practice general stuff. I mean, animators in general are pretty fucking amazing with their forms too. But I don't know, bro. I can't give you advice on animation because like it's a completely different god tier skill that is another fuck ton of time to to even practice or like to focus on. So all I know is like fundamentals are fundamentals everywhere, right? Like it's still very beneficial, but I can't give you. I mean, you're not even asking for advice. You're probably like, why the fuck is this guy even trying to think of giving? I'm asking for advice. I'm just thinking out loud. I get it. I get it. I'm sorry, Jesus Christ. But okay, and then I'm just going to bring this leg out here. Let's see. Let's just get the leg. Uh, there you go. That's the leg, right? And this doesn't look that good because again, my shapes are getting very samey, like very samey. But if I just maybe I'll see like now it's fucking interfering with the plane. Oh no, yeah, unintentional garbaggio. But whatever. I'm trying to keep it's not that good. Too much detail, right? Way too much detail. Um, the struggle is real. Great advice, thanks. You're welcome. Fucking you asking the wrong person, bro. Fuck off. Let's see. Uh, Let's see. Okay, and then that's the back. Okay, so that just means I have to make this line a lot thicker, right? These have to be, and I say just as in like I understand what the fuck I'm doing, but when in doubt, just keep making lines thick, because that'll work. That makes a lot of sense, right? Oh, that actually did kind of work. What the fuck? Maybe. My brain is like super warm, so like I can't even think right now. I'm actually gonna take a little step back. How's everybody's day going? Everybody drawing? Anybody Viggy famming as of late? Fucking. Let's see. Let's see if I got any new subscribers from this. Nobody subscribed because of the stream. God damn it. That's the only reason I even do these. But yeah, how's everyone? Yeah, this is definitely not starting to look good now, for sure. But that's the thing I struggle with. Right, that's just the thing I struggle with. And again, I need to stop creating these damn tangents, right? Like I should have stopped this like above, so it'd have been like, oh, okay, there's a little space. But now I have to complete this. Let's complete the mech, and let's foreshorten it. Hold up. See, I have to make like these lines very thin, right? People think I'm a stupid autist when they look at my sketchbook. They look at my one finished drawing and react like, oh, you can actually draw. Why the fuck do you draw all this weird stuff? Yeah, dude, I get it. Nobody understands the fucking literally nobody understands the point of fundamentals. Like, think about it. If beginners who are trying to learn the damn skill are like, what's the point? And then why the fuck would a layman, a gay man, right? Why the fuck would they ever understand the point of foundational work? Most people haven't even put effort into fucking doing anything, right? Foundational ever, right? Or they haven't realized they put in that effort to doing the foundational thing. So great. The Croc channel, great. You spelled great wrong, dipshit. How's it going? Welcome to the welcome to the stream. How are you? Did you discover my channel just now? Right. But yeah, like most people don't. This guy's gonna leave immediately. He's gonna be like, "Fuck this guy." Funny, funny. How's it going? How's it going? But yeah, like most dude, my friends roasted me for literally like the shit I did in those that first 2 years that video, right? Like but this is a video for beginner artists, that one, right? Like my friends roasted the absolute living fuck out of me for literally an entire year straight because they're like, haha, boxes and cylinders. My other friend who likes drawing and he wanted to get good, he didn't see the point. He literally didn't see the point. Even though I explained it to him multiple fucking times what the point was, he just did not see the point, right? So, and then now when I'm drawing like this, they're like, oh, bro, of course, the fundamentals, of course it all makes sense. I'm like, shut the fuck up, right? Like people just don't understand the point of foundations, you know? And that is something we just have to accept. Is like and the thing is like we can't really like expect them to understand because what the fuck, they're not artists, right? But like it's just what it is. It's just what it is, right? Like people will think it's fucking retarded until you're the goat and they're like, I just said that as a joke, right? So like I mean, this is just me creating stories in my head. But the point, the point is like, yeah, people won't understand. People will not understand the point of what you're doing, and we shouldn't expect them to understand the point of what you're doing, right? Even though it would be nice to get some sort of understanding, but it's foundations. Like again, think about it. If a fucking beginner artist, right, who wants to get good at the thing, or so they say, right, wants to get good at the thing without doing the work to get good at the thing. That's what they actually mean, right? Like who wants to get good at the thing without doing the extremely difficult things for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours, right? Constantly pushing their brain over the course of 5, 10, 15, 20 years to get good at the thing, right? Like that's basically what they want to not do that work. So like if beginner artists, people who proclaim, who say that like, oh yeah, I want to be good at the thing, and then not put the work in, just like I did back in 2020 and then back in 2021. Why the fuck would some random person be like, oh, you know what? That's so interesting. I really, really give a shit about this thing that you're fucking rambling to me about. Okay, that's a dinky leg. That's the dinky leg. Right? If I start explaining, they think of me as more crazy. Even people that are decent at drawing. Exactly. People that are decent at drawing are just fucking. They're just copycats. Not in the mean way, but they're literally just. A lot of people who are decent at drawing just drew because they're like, oh yeah, like I'm talented at this thing, blah blah blah. But no, they don't. They don't. No, nobody's born with the ability to understand space, right? Literally nobody. Even fucking Da Vinci probably most definitely drew for fucking thousands of hours, right? It's all obsession. It's all obsession with understanding the world, right? And that's what creates. That is what creates excellence. You know, in any domain, not just in art, in any domain. I'm just creating like random lines here. There's no thought behind this. I was just trying to make the leg look more interesting. The leg looks pretty shit, to be honest. Like it's so stiff. I know, like it's also stiff. Like I'm very well aware. I'm very Delaware. Ha ha ha. So funny. Delaware smash, guys. Look, I made a My Hero reference. Does that make me more likable? You want to subscribe now, you pieces of shits? But there you go. Uh, let's see. I guess I don't need to draw the other side of the leg, right? Who fucking knows? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing anymore, bro. But let's see. I'm better at drawing than you. That's why I can draw faster. Therefore, I'm already finished and will leave. Bye, bro. So fuck you. Enjoy your day or night. Actually, it's 6 hours ahead. It's 9. Yeah, enjoy. PKMKKT. Hi. Hello, hello, hello. How's it going? How's it going? New subscriber, old subscriber, fucking old new subscriber. Who the fuck are you? Tell me everything about you so I can roast you. Right. Um. Let's see. It's 12:33 a.m. in India here. Makes sense. Makes sense. Why the fuck? Why the fuck? What are you guys doing up so late? I say that as if I'm not up at 4 a.m. every fucking day, right? My schedule's fucked. But hey, it's not about schedule. It's about what you do with it. It's about what you do with it, right? So again, I'm trying to think like, is keeping space here good or bad, right? Like, is because this is all all sorts of fucked. So should I just do something like this, like add lines? What's your time there? It's 3 p.m. I'm trying to think. 'Cause, like, how does that yeah, like, this is just bad, and I did not make the gesture as good as I wanted to because I couldn't foreshorten this properly, right? This guy doesn't really look like he's flying. Yeah, the mech's all over the place. Mech is all over the place, right? But before I move on from the mech, I need to think clearly about, like, yeah, we need to think a bit clearly just before I move on. It's just like, what are we trying to, identify? Well, you know what? I'll do this. Like I'll add some texturing to this side of the leg, and then I'll add some texturing to this side of the leg. What's your time there? I just said it's 3 p.m. Are you fucking deaf? God damn it. There you go. Let's create that line. And there's a lot going on. I know there's a lot going on. Trust me, I'm very well aware how fucking this is one of my biggest struggles, which is good. Like it's actually it's a good thing that it's a struggle because I struggle with the fact and like I know like maybe adding these lines, oh that was a mistake. I know that adding these lines is bros, I'm gonna shoot myself. All right. Then the time will be goddamn the time the ambulance comes to pick me up, you piece of shit. God damn it. This guy has to be a Viggy Pammer. He's trying to trigger me. Okay, so like this all just looks really, really, really bad. Why? Why? What do you mean? I said 3 p.m. How many more fucking times did you need me to say it? God damn it, bro. Okay, so this is what it is. Lots of issues, but I'm gonna leave this mech, right? We're gonna leave it. I thought I could make it more dynamic, but the legs definitely fuck things up, right? Maybe we can use the gray pen. Maybe we can use the gray pen right now and just add a little bit of, uh, I guess lighting, right? Like in the lighting or like values in the sense that I'm from Canada. Are you done with the interrogation, brother? Like maybe this will, and I say maybe, like maybe this will make it so the eye is more focused on what's happening with the plane, right? And maybe this will allow me to create some sort of, and this is all maybes because I want to be very clear. I don't actually understand reflections, right? But we're just gonna try. And obviously, my brain is fucking tired too. Like it's very tired right now. Like yeah, this is basically like 1.5 to 2 hours. Yeah, it's almost been 2 hours, right? This is basically like my fucking my limit right now, right? in terms of just actually actively thinking. It's fun, don't get me wrong, I'm having a gander of a time, right? But, see, you can see how just my fucking all my goddamn gusto died. I went from being like, "Yeah, foreign fundamentals, everybody, oh yeah, suck dick, I suck dick so much," right? That last part especially, but now I'm just like, "Yes, cock in my mouth, yum, 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 yum." You see? No more vigor, no more vigor. See, I was gonna make the same joke. Emphasis on the igor. Ha 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 ha. Right? It's so funny. But anyways, let's see. S- Is this how reflections look? Who knows? Okay, but overall, what do you guys think about the mech? I know there's a lot of issues. Like I know there's a lot of issues, right? Ah, fuck me. I keep dropping this pen cap. The video lore continues, right? Now it's 8. Why are you obsessed with the time, my friend? It's good. I'm proud of you. Good fucking job. What do you want me to do? God damn it. Holy shit, I'm gonna ban you. I'm gonna fucking ban you if you tell me the time, if you talk about the time for one more goddamn message. You piece of shit. Like, subscribe, keep me on the background. I like your thank goodness, he's complimenting me. Never mind, you can stay. I like your art, bro. I like it. Where you get that brush. This is the Penteru brush sign pen artist pen. Really fucking retarded name. But you know, Pentel knows how to market. I've already said that joke before. It's not even a joke, it's just the truth. Right? It's a really stupid name, but it's hilarious in that sense. Now I'm trying to think about like the graphic shapes that would be. I think it's something like this, right? Like this is kind of it's more angular, I think. Right? Isn't this kind of like what reflections can look like on a plane? This is like very metallic. Like this is like a fucking plane that's about to goddamn die, right? But I'm trying to think in terms of like shadows, right? And obviously within these shadows, I want to have maybe just like little spots where there's light. Right, this is gonna end up looking like somebody fucking jizzed. Gray splooge all over the goddamn uh yeah, all over the plane. Yeah, my fucking as you can see, my energy is just dead. But fuck it, we ball. Right? Anybody else just there's people watching and listening. You fuckers must just be drawing along, which actually makes me very happy, I'm not gonna lie. But give me some sunshine. Give me some attention too, actually. But you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to like fucking I wanted to create the entire background. I wanted to draw the fucking plane in this guy's hand. None of that happened. We just ended up finishing the mech, which looks pretty mid now. But I think at the very least, just giving the gray values or whatever. This is the first time I've used this pen in a very long time, and every time I do it, I'm just like it's just not making sense. But I'm trying really hard. I'm really trying to think about how metallic reflections can exist, right? And you have to be decisive, and you have to be particular, right? We can't just give it everywhere. It has to look intentional as well. All of these things which I'm not aware of. Hey, it's me. Yo, chill X174. I know you're saying hey, it's me, but have you pulled up before? PKMT? What the fuck? PKMT? That sounds very familiar. What the fuck? Yeah, that I is this your new username? Is this like one of my fucking two female fans? Is this who that is? Right? Wagwanin, what is up? How you like the drawing? I'm fucking everything up right now, but I'm trying not to. Well, I'm trying to draw reflections, which doesn't really make much sense. Like this actually doesn't make much sense. What the fuck am I doing? Like it literally doesn't make much sense. Which makes sense considering I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, like these reflections don't make any sense, bro. What the fuck am I doing? But it's too late. I've committed. I've committed to the bullshit that I've been drawing. I've actually committed. The shadows under the plane look good. Do it the other tube thing on the other side. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Cookie Kid 767. Who the fuck are you? Nice to meet you. A Viggy Famer? A new Viggy Famer, perhaps? Right? But I think the shadows look okay. It's just I was trying to add it to the plane as well, but perhaps what we need is larger shapes, right? Like perhaps that's what we need. You know, maybe the idea is there, but the execution is subpar, right? Maybe the idea is there and the execution's subpar. Like maybe I could. What's good? Dead angel, do not eat. What the fuck? Bunch of people pulling up. Hey everybody, how's it going? How you like the drawing? Who? How did you guys discover me? I don't know who the fuck any of this. These are all new names. How dare you people be fucking new? But yeah, how'd you guys discover me? You know, how'd you Viggy fam? I know fucking vast majority of you cunts only pulled up for the stream because my videos are not they're definitely not the what's it called? The draw, right? I don't know, bro. I'm tired. Fuck it. We'll close these up too. Yep. Well, you know what? We'll just create random graphic shapes and we'll fill it in. If it looks good, it's good. You got recommended to me. Nice. Nice. YouTube algorithm doing Lord's work. You're probably, let me guess. You're like, what is this retarded thumbnail? Who the fuck is this guy? All right, cocksuckers, welcome back to blah blah blah. Oh, I like the cut of his jib. I'm gonna subscribe. See if he actually gets good. Fucking 15 videos later. Oh shit, he's getting slowly better, like incrementally. The reality of actual progress sets in. Never mind. I don't really give a shit about this guy. I'll keep him on the background though, just out of morbid curiosity if he gets good or not. Did I basically explain 90% of your mindsets, right? Maybe like 2% you were like, oh no, he's actually pretty funny, right? He's just like me for real, for real, for real. Oh god, he's fucking up his lines. He really is just like me. God damn it. On the front page, nice. Yeah, I just came to check if there's any live on sketchbooks. Then you came. I did come. I came everywhere. Thank you for noticing the effort and the spurt. Haha, I get it. The spurt because I said came. I'm fucking hilarious. Anyways, my my brain is dead. This has been like 2 hours of drawing, so I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna at least gonna try to figure this shit out. Let's see. I came from Broken Draw's video, but I've seen your beginner videos and they called me out. But I do like your video titles. They're funny. Thank you. Yeah, the whole point of my beginner video was it wasn't to call people out, but yeah, it was to call you out in the sense of like, okay, you want to say you want to get good? Here's the work it takes, right? Like it looks like an eyeliner. It looks so eyeliner. It looks so satisfying. Yeah, the pen tattoo, brush sign pen artist pen fuckery, right? But yeah, like it was basically like if you want to get good, right? Here's what good looks like. And also I understand how difficult it is. That's basically the whole point of my entire channel is like this shit's hard, bro. And professionals will be like, you just gotta keep trying, but they don't tell you that fucking thinking about spatial reasoning while also fucking thinking about values, while also thinking about the form, while thinking about the complexity, while trying to calculate all this shit is immensely difficult. They just say it very casually. They're like, "Yee, dog, haha, I just got to get better." But I'm here to tell you exactly how hard it is and to again document the mastery. To be like, "Oh shit, like it is that hard. It is very fucking hard. I'm fucking rock hard right now because of how hard it is." Right? I thought like, how the heck is somebody recording at 12:30 a.m.? No, it's 3 p.m. here for me. I'm in Canada, but let's see. You found me through Broken Draw's video. A lot of people seem to find me through him. It's really cool. Again, like the artist community, very, very, very. I'm starting to realize that I can make like a checkerboard pattern, and that is actually much more consistent with the shape design that I'm trying to make, right? And then just follow it in the perspective. But yeah, the whole beginner video is all about really putting into perspective, like this is the work it takes. This is the work you're capable of, to be very explicit, right? Like this is the work you're capable of. And more than anything, this is the work that you can figure out how to enjoy because it's all about the effort. That's really all it was. Like I know I say like, oh, that's really all it was, but I mean, I lived it and I understand how it feels to live it. And I'm continuing to live it. Again, like my current portrait practice, I know it doesn't look like portraits, but it's the foundation. I'm building a fucking mental model to see a 3D simulation in my mind, bro. Like that shit is gonna take another 100, 200 hours, which is parts, right? Every part is an hour. So because it's my practice. So that's the whole point. You know, it's like watch me become great, but here's actually what greatness looks like. It's forged every single day, every little bit of effort constantly over decades, right? Decades. Not years, decades. Okay? And there are right things to focus on. There always will be right things to focus on. That's like going to fucking martial arts. It's like same thing. Like you go to a martial arts gym and you're trying to learn boxing, and the sensei is like, do it like this. He's like, punch like this, and you're like, no, I'm gonna punch like this, and he's like, get the fuck out of my gym. It's like, who are you? You're a beginner. We got just throw your ego aside. Ego aside, right? I'm also a young artist. I'll be better, smaller than you. Everyone is bigger than me. Put the work in, and I'll believe it, right? I mean, I believe in you. I believe in you that the effort you can put in. But a lot of people are talk, right? And I was talk too until I started to actually officially practice later down the line. like or like properly in 2022 November 1st. Hey Blue Mars, how's it going? How's it going? Yeah, I think adding these little details is gonna make a difference, right? I'm sick, so just here for a bit. Noise, noise. You should check out Prications. They're on my main arts. Well, yeah, I'm subscribed to her. Love your art. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm definitely subscribed to her. She's hilarious. That's what gives me hope that people actually like normal people as artists, not the hey guys, today we're gonna diddle ourselves, ha ha, beautiful music in the background, right? No, it's like like, and that's cool. Like, there's, I'm glad that there's fucking an audience for that. But my art channel is not the hey, let's all be positive and shit. Actually, technically, I do that, but I'm just me. Okay, and I'm not gonna put up a front about who I am, right? Like, and I'm gonna swear, and I'm gonna fucking I'm gonna whip you, like get back to the goddamn plantation, all that shit, bro, all that shit. You see, like these edgy jokes that aren't really that funny, but I say them because they're absurdist and they make me chuckle, right? Like that's just who I am, and I am not the people's artist. I am the PP artist, right? There's a difference. That was a pretty good joke. I just came up with that right now. But it looks like a Disney scene. Thank you. I don't know what fucking kind of monstrosity of a Disney scene you've been watching, but I appreciate it. Okay, let's see. Let's see. But yeah, like that's the thing, right? Because I could censor myself, and I could be like the cute artist that you see on the internet, or like because there's I am not like because there's a lot of like the art scene in YouTube in general is like, hey guys, let's all be positive and like look at me, we're also like chill and like yeah, that's really nice. Don't get me wrong, that's really fucking nice. But I'm not that, right? Like I'm glad people have that. Fucking I watch Sam Does Arts and he's very similar to that, right? But like we don't have artists who are just people. Like think about it, right? In 15 years from now, when I'm quote unquote closer to mastery, right? Will you appreciate that I'm just some random dickhead who got here through sheer effort and proved that it's not about who you are, it's just about how much work you do, right? And the type of work you do. Or would you rather be like, no, I'm the super censored, clean, squeaky clean, professional, fucking dry, boring air, right? Like it's there are different places for that, right? If anything, I just want to prove anybody's capable. Anybody's capable. Right. Pneumo, what the fuck? Pneumo ultra microscopic illosonic coniosis? What the fuck, bro? I don't even know how I managed to read that. It's because it's because I'm literate. You're welcome. Right. So like I guess this is the plain texture that I'm adding. And it works, it doesn't work. I don't really care about that. I'm just trying to make up for my bullshit. Hip hop, okay, fuck off. Fuck off. Leave me alone. Okay, so maybe this is a bit too much. And I think, like, the thing is, I ended up figuring out the texture I wanted to do afterwards. It's the fear of long words. What a tragic irony that the fear of long words is an incredibly long word, truly. Let's put a reflection here, right? But yeah, I guess it's nice to know that you guys like my art. You've come along. I do again really implore, just purely because I need the fucking retention, to draw along. Watch every single one of my videos. I like to like think about it as body doubling, right? Like use it as actionable body doubling to draw along however long you can, right? You fucking piece of shit. But let's see. Yeah, I'll be here 5 years from now, 10 years from now, just slowly getting better. I'm very certain a vast majority of people subscribe to me are just doing it right now out of pure morbid curiosity, right? To be like, what the fuck is this dickhead who's just always drawing boxes and cylinders or like trying to see all these spatial reasoning things that don't really make any sense, right? What like is he actually getting good? And I'm sure it gives people whiplash who don't understand the power of these things that I'm practicing when I do these imagination drawings, and you're like, You've never fucking drawn this. How are you drawing this?" And I'm like, "It's because of form. Remember that like 15 times that I said form? It's because of that, right?" But again, that's why I'm cataloging everything, just so there's zero question, literally no question, apart from your own ineptitude and lack of commitment to the practice, right? It's like, how do I get good? Here's how I get good. Oh shit, so I haven't been doing. Oh yeah, okay, cool. So it's beautiful because that then it means it's just personal responsibility, right? Like I know I'm shit because I haven't put the work in versus I know I'm shit because I'm not talented enough. Which one is better? Think about it. Which one is actually better for the long term? Right? I'm not talented enough or I just haven't put enough work and now I know what work looks like. Right? Good night. Good night, Blue Mars. Take care. Please get better. Right? I do need your retention. You probably give me the most views out of everybody here. Take care. Take care. But yeah, like that's why I encourage all of you to draw along. I mean, to be honest, more than anything, if I'm gonna prove that everybody can draw, then I might as well fucking have you dickheads draw too, right? I think that is important. I think drawing, like the actual drawing part of drawing, is very important. Hey, Louis. Oh, how's it going? How is it going? Wagwan, my guy or girl, right? I think Louis. Louis could be a girl or a guy named Louis. That's français, right? How's it going? I'm definitely drawing for more than 2 hours today. I just gotta fucking log off by 4:30. It is already 3:30. Right? Yeah. How'd you find my channel, Louis? Did you randomly get recommended like everybody else? You can see this is actually really good practice for my line work because it forces me to be very, very tiny stuff to create tiny rectangles. Right. I think that's okay. Now this is where foreshortening comes into play because I gotta be like, well, let's make this bigger. Let's make this sand bigger, right? Wee. And then we do this. And then I actually fucked it up here, so I go like this. Because I'm gonna fill it in anyways. Oi, 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 oi. All part of the plan. And now it's like, oh, okay, well, oh yeah, I'm a Frenchman. Hi, I'm fine. And you, one of my friends recommended your channel to me. Holy shit, it's happening. Word of mouth. Let's fucking go. Hashtag Viggy famming. Tell your friend I'm gonna Viggy fam on his face. All right. I'm sure that's gonna make him nut. But oh, what the fuck? Why'd your friend recommend me? Hey, there's this dickhead who's like kind of getting good at drawing, but his thumbnails are funny, and he called me a cocksucker when I started the video. My brain, hey, let's do some no art block, bro. I'm just lazy. Again, that language is not helpful either. If people keep identifying themselves as lazy, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? But I am curious, why did your friend recommend me? How did they find my channel? Did they say what did they tell you? I guess, right? My narcissism needs to be fulfilled. People are talking about my channel. What? Why? Is it finally getting big enough? No, the answer is no. My watch hours are drastically dwindling because of the sheer fundamental practice, right? But it's cool. That means I'm getting the people who do stay are actually serious students, and obviously those of you who stay subscribed will watch the live streams because you're probably more interested in these fucking around imagination drawings. Laugh and tie is 5555555. Yeah, I didn't know that. That's hilarious. Every culture has its own nuances. I need to make these square shapes more consistent. Let's see. Yeah, see, like even this, it all adds up, right? Let's cover that a little bit. Oops. Not bad. Um, let's see. Maybe we can bring this a little bit down, right? Make it a little bit larger. It's all like graphic read. Oh, how does the shape look? How does it look compared to that? Like, I don't fucking know, bro. Just trying to figure it out. Whee! Oh no, I fucked it up. Okay, time to make this larger. Yeah, fuck that one up. Right. What are you gonna do when you get big? Well, first I'm gonna splurt everywhere, right? Literally, just to prove my goddamn dominance. But I mean, nothing changes. Nothing. It's the whole point is watch me become great. What am I gonna do when I get big? I'm gonna stay the exact fucking same. I'm probably just gonna fucking make some stupid jokes about how I'm huge now, and it'll be the same. I'm gonna grow up. Maybe my sense of humor will change. Like this is also like a life channel, right? In the sense that like you guys are just gonna see me grow, you know. But nothing's gonna change. I'm gonna keep drawing. I'm gonna keep getting better. The beauty about this channel is I'm never gonna run out of shit to draw because it's fucking art, right? Like you can't run out of things to draw. I'll never run out of content. It's impossible to run out of content, okay? Because a lot of artists trap themselves into only being portrait artists. But now I've framed my channel as watch me become great. Watch me literally just get good. And getting good requires everything that I want to get good at, right? Like I will never ever just trap myself into like I only draw this type of shit. Why the fuck would I do that? I want to draw everything I can. I want to draw everything that I want to draw, right? You draw all of this freehand? Yes, it's from imagination. But I'm fucking it up. Why do you think I'm why do you think I'm doing this shading that I don't even understand? Because I made this mech way too detailed. So we gotta be like, no, add more detail to this thing in front and only keep it here, right? So that way, that's the general idea. I think that should work, right? I think that should work. But yeah, nothing's gonna change when I get big, by the way. And by the way, this channel will not be blowing up for another fucking 10 years at least, right? So you're all actually here early, because and that's why I always encourage everybody to draw and all that shit, right? Because like you're literally all here to witness the middle. This is the long, long fucking 10,000 hour middle that nobody sees. But when I'm good, it'll just be like, oh, okay. Oh, like the newcomers will just be like, what? What? But that's why everything is cataloged, because you'd be like, oh shit, portrait, drawing portraits, 600 parts, drawing figures, 800 parts, drawing fucking environments, 3,000, not 3,000, like fucking 500 parts, right? It'll be like, oh shit, okay, so it's just work. And it'll be intimidating at first, but hopefully me consistently saying that everybody's capable of this will encourage them to take these steps as well. And hopefully me fucking cataloging everything gives you a very, very, very clear idea of what your journey could also look like, right? Like a very clear idea. And just like, oh shit, every single video he's just fucking barely better. And a lot of times he goes backwards because that's how learning works. Output regression, fucking neuroplasticity. Anyways, let me take a break. I'm just 10 seconds. Let's rest. I used to watch Kim Jong-il's live streams while drawing, but since he passed away, rip, I've been looking for similar content, and he recommended your channel to me. Holy fuck, bro! Who is your friend? Why is everybody? Why I got compared to Kim Jong-il twice today. I'm done. I'm Viggy famming. Life is complete. What the fuck? But yeah, I guess technically you could say this is what Kim Jong-il's drawings, not his drawings, but this is what that type of journey would have looked like in its early stages, right? Like way early stages. When did he pass, bro? He passed away in 2021 March, I think. Very sad. Very sad. Hey, 2020, yeah, 2021 or 2022 March. Fuck. Yeah, either way, it's been a while. Hey, I'm a young artist. You are a young artist. A lot of my fucking fans seem to be very, very young, but I don't think this drawing, I still think it's missing quite a bit. It's just the detail. It's the unnecessary, like this, what I've done here, it's just not good. Like, it's just too much clutter, right? Too much clutter. I honestly shouldn't have added these lines because that created more clutter. If I actually didn't add these cross-hatching lines, it probably would have been a lot more readable. That's just a mistake. And again, you have to live with this mistake, right? Like, this is the power of pen. Yeah, bro, I'm like very young. Yeah, I can tell because you keep fucking talking about how young you are. You're probably 5 years old, right? It's incredible what the power of internet can do in the wrong hands. But no, that's another thing. What the fuck? I just recently found Kim Jong-il's work. Trust. How do you think I felt when I started my art journey? And then in 2023, like March, I learned about him, and then I was like, he's dead. Oh, so sad. I'm 9, bro. I'll turn 10 this year. Dude? Why are kids on my channel? I'm swearing and poo poo. I will not talk now. No, why are kids on this channel? I mean, I just have to accept the fact that kids will be growing up with this channel, right? Also, tell your friend it's very kind of him to compare me to Kim Jong-il. Like, it's genuinely like, what the hell? Like, bruh, very kind of you to compare me to Kim Jong-il, but I am not Kim Jong-il. But the plan is to be my version of Kim Jong-il. Of course, that's the plan. That is the overall plan, is to be my version of Kim Jong-il, right? To be the excellent draftsman that I can be. Believe in the me that believes in the me. Bro, my friends are dumb. They don't know anything. I'm sure your friends are dumb and you're a genius, right? I too thought the exact same thing at the ripe old mastered age of 9. Yeah, the goal is not to be Kim Jong-il. What do you think Kim Jong-il wanted to do? He just wanted to draw everything that he wanted to draw and to be the best that he could, right? And he was obsessed. Um, the thing is, like, I have a slight advantage compared to him, and like, let me explain myself. And like, he did not immediately start off with like just pure foundational practice. Like, he did not start off like that, right? But what did I do? I learned about all these things that would help me and pure foundations, fundamentals, form, everything. And then I was like, okay, let's make things as difficult as possible. Let's make things like benefit me in the long term. I'm gonna start drawing pen only forever. Never ever gonna do pencil. Like, obviously I will do pencil, like, but in terms of like confidence, just pen only. And I'm in general, I've always been enamored by pen and ink drawing, right? I'm also only going to practice the fundamentals and then apply it and like mess around with it. But I'm only going to practice the fundamentals, right? To prove that the fundamentals are the only thing you need, and then practicing them like this, right, is what's going to help you like get out of that zone. And yeah, like when I do this, I see like a million things that are wrong with it. It's amazing. It's fucking amazing, right? But that's the advantage I have, is to be like, wait, so if Kim Jong Il, like if somebody was just by, bro, yeah, you have a good one, fucking children here, I swear. But if Kim Jong Il if basically not even Kim Jong Il, but like if somebody basically started with, if somebody only practiced fundamentals, right? If somebody only practiced fundamentals and then stress tested it and then just tried to push their minds to the absolute extreme of spatial reasoning and did that from the very beginning, how far could they go? Well, I'm that somebody, spoiler alert. And this is how far I've been able to go, right? Through sheer effort over 3 years and 6 months. This was 3 years and 6 months of work, right? 3 years and 6 months. Um, so yeah. Yeah, same thing. No pencil for the last 1 year. Yeah, like, and it makes a huge difference in confidence. And yeah, dude, again, like I started in the beginning. I started art with pen only. Can you fathom how much I was shitting myself? Like, I was fucking like Dude, it's just anxiety. I didn't even know what anxiety was. Like, I know what it felt like, but that is probably close to what it felt like. Because putting down before I put down any line, just fucking heart would be palpitating. Doosh, 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 for 8 months straight. By the way, not for one day, not for a week, but for 8 months straight. 8 months, 5 hours a week. Back then it was more like 5 to 7 hours a week. 5 to 7 hours a week. 8 months straight of just every time I put down a line, just 8 months. 8 months. Think about that. 8 months, right? And then it started again when I was fucking doing brush pen. So technically a year and a half of just fucking coming in my goddamn pants every time I needed to draw a line, right? So yeah, I get it. Once again, I understand. Like I genuinely understand, and like it still might be hard to fathom how much I understand, but like I do understand. Right? Because like however much bullshit you think you've gone through, and however much inability and like fear and anxiety you think you've gone through, I've gone through it equally as much. Right? Obviously, this isn't a fucking like goddamn comparison game. Well, actually, like I shit myself when I was anxious and drawing. It's like, okay, congratulations, mine was only jizz. You're better than me. But the point is, like, I get it. I really do get it. Yeah, I started drawing with I basically just switched to brush pen October of 2023, and I've been sticking to that ever since. So basically, a year, not 11 months into drawing, I switched to brush pen because I started November 1st, right? And like around, I think it was October 14th or 15th, I switched to brush pen, and that's all I've been doing ever since. Yeah, and my lines are still shit, as you can see, right? As you can still see, they're really, really, really bad. But it's about directionally correct. Again, I always say that, right? Like it's about being directionally correct, being better in that sense, just slightly better over time. But GG, brush pen can be difficult. In my opinion, brush pen is one of the hardest pens to use. This isn't even the hardest one. There is also the Pentel the fucking the feud, not the feud. It's the other one. It's like the one that has like a little tube here, right? That's the one Kim Jong-il also used a lot, and like Peter Han uses a lot of artists. There's Woo Woo and the Wormling, like that guy uses that pen a lot too. That one's like insane because it's an actual fucking brush. Like the pen pressure control needed for that is insane. I don't know how, but I somehow unlocked my inner pose mastermind. Silently don't know how. Well, you're young. When you're 9 and you're practicing draftsmanship, like think about it. That's another thing. People don't realize how insanely plastic the brain is when you're at that age, right? Like it's you can learn a lot of things, but again, kids don't really know how to learn, right? Which is why they need guidance. Like they don't know about effort because they learn easily. So the best thing you can do is instill active effort even when you're young and understanding to like actually focus on doing difficult things. Now I can draw cool anime poses. Very good, very good. Good on you. Let's see. Kim Jong-il and Karl Kopinski's brush pens are way bigger. Yeah, yeah, that's the one they use. Just like I don't know how. Well, you probably tried really hard. Let's see. Yeah, I see. Okay, cool, cool. Just people talking. Again, like I know this drawing's gone to shit. Like I really wanted to avoid what I did here, but I just felt good about that. It's a mistake. What are you gonna do? It's a fucking mistake, right? Like this is me fucking trying to make up for all the bullshit, but it's probably looking worse and worse, to be honest, as time goes on. But it's okay. I understand that I don't really get reflections. I get that. Like I've internalized that. I've accepted it. This is just my attempt at trying to fix it, right? To the degree that I can. And it's not really that good. And that's okay too. Like it's just you win some, you lose some, right? It's a pain in the ass, had to buy a finer brush. Yeah, yeah, like it's difficult. I swear some people just use this chat as a goddamn like a mental like a fucking mental what is it called? A brain dump of how they're feeling. Your stomach is hurting? I feel bad for you. Why the fuck? Why do you think I give a shit, bro? All right, watch me become great. Keep me on the background. Right? You could have not connected the lines in the back all the way to the plane in the front. That's what Tom Fox exactly. Like that's the thing. You're completely right. Like that's what I realized I did wrong, right? Because you can see I avoided it here, right? And that looks a lot better. But this is connected. These are tangents, right? This is connected. These are all connected. That's the biggest thing that made this look um, cluttered. Like if I just had like a fucking 2 millimeter space here and just basically around it, like because look, I see that I did that here, right? Bro, if your stomach is paining, take medication or go to a doctor or fucking take a shit. Yeah, it reads as one object. Exactly. That's the thing. Like I did it here. I realized what I did wrong here, so that's why here I avoided that. Right? And already like there's more breathing room. But right now like it's too late. It's a mistake. You just have to You just have to accept it. You just have to accept it, and that's fine. Like, this is another thing, like, I wanna showcase, like, "Hey, look, I can fuck up and will continue to fuck up consistently, and that's fine too." Right? Like, it's I'm hoping by just me constantly making horrible, horrible, horrible drawings, but just slightly being, like, trying to be better over time, that it again, it gives you all permission to fail, right? Like, I'm trying to also give everybody permission to fail, because 'cause I'm a failure too. You and I are the same. That's why you must subscribe to my channel. What? Who said that? Who said that? But I definitely gotta go after I'm done shading this plane, like, even if I think it looks like fucking doo-doo, because it's almost 4, bro. I did not intend I always forget how long these fucking drawings take me. Like, I always forget how long it takes, like, genuinely, right? Genuinely. And again, my lines are need a lot of work, but yeah, everybody who's new, please like, subscribe, please go watch my keep my videos on the background. At this point, I'm done fucking begging. Okay, you're gonna see from today's thumbnail, I'm done begging. What? Just just keep my shit on the background. Support a hashtag small content creator. Right? Yeah, please do support. I don't have anything interesting to say. I'm just trying to figure this shit out. Wee. Ta-da. But what else can I talk about? I'm like pretty dead right now, so let me try to think. Wait, what else can I talk about? Well, I'm not really thinking of anything. This is me vibe drawing, right? This is me vibe drawing. I'm just fucking around, making lots of dumb mistakes, most definitely zero understanding of reflections. Do you plan to work on colors at some point? Well, I wanna after I understand values. Bro, let me go take meds. Bye guys. It's 1 a.m. Yeah, have fun. Please take care. Yeah, I mean, first I'm gonna do values, and that won't be for a while, but I will of course plan to work on colors. Like you got to get good at values before you can get good at color. At least that's the way I want to. Again, everything is gonna be fundamentals first, right? So, and I'll probably do the art wad painting roadmap. Um, Probably after I do. I don't know. Like I'll probably do the painting roadmap after I do either the figures. So it'll be in a few years. It's definitely not gonna be anytime soon, right? But yeah, I will do it. I don't have much of a fucking response for you, bro. I'm sorry. I'm like super struggling with this. Right now, somebody save me. Kids and teenagers are so cringe in a funny way. That's why I'm becoming a teacher for now. Yeah, I know. Like that kid's 9 years old. Like I remember when I was a fucking teenager, any like YouTuber that like I liked and I would watch, I'd be like, hey, 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 I did this thing. Hey, 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 because you think everybody gives a shit about you. The unfortunate reality is nobody gives a shit about you. But you still got to be nice, right? Like that's why I'm like, hey, good for you. I'm so proud that you could do an anime pose. But now that he's gone, I don't really get that much of a shit. Don't tell him. We still need more Viggy Fambers, even if I hate them all. No, but it's endearing. At the end of the day, what are they saying? They're like, hey, I respect you enough to want to share my life with you. Or maybe what they're saying is I'm a fucking narcissist. Please give me attention. Right now, it's just all up to interpretation. See, that needs to be a lot more curved because this is a organic curved plane. It needs to be a lot more curved. Eh. Yeah, the fact that you teach kids is cool. You probably look like a fucking goddamn uncle to them. Because I remember when I was a kid, like everybody's just an uncle. Would you recommend Art Wad? Bruh, bruh, bruh. Like, what the fuck? Have you not seen me just like slurping the jism of Antonio's cock, right? Like 100% I would. But again, what I recommend is what they teach. And what I recommend is taking everything they teach you one step at a time and just going off on it, right? But I would 100% recommend it. The plane looks sick now. I guess if it looks good to you guys, right? And they always say their age for no reason. Yeah, I was the same. I think it's just a young thing. It's just like a young kid thing, right? But should I be adding these details here as well? Might as well be. This will help me teach form or help me learn form. Would I ever try animating? It's funny, like when I first started drawing, before I thought of the whole Animorphs thing, I really, really, really wanted to go into animation. But then after my revelation that like, oh, I'm gonna do the Animorphs fan manga, I'm gonna die trying, it was like, yep, now it's just pure pen and ink draftsmanship obsession, right? And that's where I am right now. That's where I am. But Animation is like a whole different beast. I mean, it's literally about like you have to understand not only form but physics. Think about that, right? So like obviously when if you're gonna do manga, you gotta understand form and physics a decent amount as well, right? Like especially if you want to create dynamism. Like think about it. Like I'm trying to understand physics right now, but by the dragon grabbing this thing, right? Um, but I don't. But that's the thing. Like if you want to add motion to your drawings, you still have to understand it. But animating it is a whole different beast, and so much respect to that skill. So much respect to that skill. But I think somebody else asked me something else. Um, bro, you focus too much on these small ass details. That's why you're so slow. But I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just trying to make things balance and make sense. Who knows? Who knows, right? I'm probably adding too many details. You're right. Um, let's see. I think I answered everybody's thing. Okay, cool. Let's just keep going. Right. I know this is like, but the thing is, this is also the type of artist I am, and I like these little details. Right. I'm sure as I get better, I will understand how to actually make these details. Like, let's not forget that. Like, I'm probably not doing it correctly, and that's okay. Like, I'm okay with not doing it correctly. My brain's also very tired. Like, I want to be very clear. Like, my brain is a little bit on autopilot right now. Like I always say, drawing is thinking. So I want to be very clear. Like you can tell that I'm not really thinking, right? Like you can probably tell that this is my style. No, this is not my style. This is if I were to say this is my style, what I mean is like this is my current ability and my lack of understanding, right? And I have a proclivity towards adding a lot of detail, but that does not mean that I am doing it in a way that is pleasing to the eye. I want to be very clear on that, right? Like this is my lack of understanding is what this is. Like what you see right now, especially with all this detailing bullshit, is just what I don't understand. Like it's what I don't understand. Like I'm making decisions that makes this look shit because I don't understand. Right? I'm starting animation right now. Wish me good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Right? You got this. You got this. But yeah, I will. I'm not gonna fucking ever hide behind the style. But I will say that yeah, my brain, especially when it's not thinking right now, will tend to lean towards a lack. Because look, I'll probably look at this once it's done and be like, oh, I could have done this, I could have done that. Obviously, coulda, woulda, shoulda. You could always fucking do something after you're done being in the thing where it's taxing your mind, taxing your abilities, right? But right now, I do 100% agree and admit that I have a proclivity. I have an I have a knack, whatever the fuck. Not it's not a knack. Yeah, I just have a proclivity towards and a tendency towards detailing too much. Like I've gotten a lot better, but I still struggle with it quite drastically. I mean, I think Peter Hahn. I remember I was watching a stream. He said the same thing. Like he said, overall throughout his entire fucking animation career, he struggled with detailing and adding too much detail. And I relate to him a lot in that sense, right? Like in the sense that like he's always trying to find a balance between insinuating versus outright stating with whatever it is, like shading, lines, forms, all that stuff, right? And that's something I heavily relate to because and and that's him with fucking so much more intuition and understanding. And you can see like my lines are getting worse too. Like I can't even make fucking straight rectangles and like rectangular planes anymore, bro. It's so bad. It's getting tiring. It's getting tiring, but it's okay. This will just be like whatever. We'll just admit, like again, anybody who watches from the future, just know that like this is all fucking shit. But it's my shit. And it's because I didn't know what I was doing. And I'm sure there was like a fucking million times better way to do this. By the way, I'm not discounting that at all. But this is all I know. This is all I know, and I will know more and less as time goes on. And that's the beautiful part about knowing, right? Is the fact that again, like I cannot wait 30 years from now to be like, all I know is that I know nothing, right? Because that would just be to prove the point that you'll never know. You're just constantly trying to figure things out, right? But yeah, um, let's see. What do I want to do? Well, let's fill this out. Yeah, like my brain's actually like I'm slumping right now. My brain's actually so fucking tired. Okay, let me take a step back for like 10 seconds. Right. It looks okay. It's all right. I mean, like it's nothing incredible. Definitely the tangents. The tangents were what is making it all look fucking wrong, right? Like yeah, like definitely this entire sequence, right? Because and now that's something I'm gonna be very hyper focused on to not do that again. Because I did it properly here, but then here I just bless me, I just attached the lines. But think about it, like if I just didn't attach the lines, this would have read a lot better. But again, that's because I wasn't thinking, my brain was tired, all the fucking other excuses. But the reality is, yes, was not thinking, did not make the correct decision. What is art? Decision making, right? Decision making and this constant trial and error and education and effort to see if those decisions that you made um, are more directionally correct, right? But you won't know until you try. And now I know, right? Now I really know. Like, and Parkit actually verbalized it great, which is, make sure the lines don't attach. And that's the thing. Like, I didn't. You need to be able to verbalize why. And for the longest time, think about it. For 3 years now, right, or ever since I started these imagination drawings, so for an entire year, I haven't been able to verbalize why. And that's what a lot of artists, like when you remember, like when artists, when any artist says like I drew so well, right, but then I couldn't do it again, right? It's because they were unable to verbalize why what they did, and they were unable to verbalize what they did and why what they did actually worked, right? So, see, like now I made a mistake, so I just gotta connect this, and maybe it'll work out, maybe it won't, probably didn't, right? But that's the thing, like, for an entire year, I've been unable to verbalize why in the small instances that I don't connect these lines, right, they look better, and then when I do connect them, they look worse, right? And then Parkit just saying that, hey, when you connect them, the brain reads it as one singular object, versus if you just give it that little bit of space, and make the lines thinner, it puts it into the background. Boom, immediately, and now that I'm verbalizing it out loud, now it's like, oh, okay. Like I will obviously from now on make a lot more of an attempt to be very mindful of that and to apply that in practice, right? So yeah, it's all about when you can. It's why I always try to. It's why when I draw, I try to verbalize what I'm thinking. Right now, I'm not thinking about shit, so I'm not verbalizing anything. I'm just like la la la, making little squares. I'm making little squares. Like it's just fucking. It's like fucking elevator music for retards. Okay, but um, but in general, that's why I try to verbalize it, right? And yeah, like I know this looks bad, but now thankfully I know why it looks bad. Like why does this look cooler, right? Because I still drew the background of the mech, like the leg, but then I made it like broken lines to be like, look, it's it's still like this thing is still in the middle of it, right? This is like it's see-through because it's like an aura, right? But it's also, I shouldn't have used this pen, but there's still like a little bit of the opposite of the behind the fucking form behind it that you can see. Jesus Christ, my brain is dead. Bro, after this, these goddamn little squares, I am done. I gotta rest my brain for like fucking 40 minutes before I got more shit to do after. I did not expect to draw for holy shit, almost 3 hours. I did not expect that. But quality takes time, right? Fucking Mike, that's my cope. Quality takes time. This is so quality, right? But I still like this. I still think that looks really cool, right? And I definitely have a plan. The horizon line is gonna be like this, by the way. We're gonna put like a city, so it'll really show like, oh shit, these guys are like very, 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 very high up in the sky, right? Just because some things didn't work doesn't mean other things can't still be attempted, right? You can't. And again, like I've detached myself from the process. So when I look at this, I just see what doesn't work. Obviously, there's a huge part of me that wants to be like, oh man, this looks like shit. Like obviously, there's a huge part of me that keeps trying to say that, but I'm like, nah, bro. Like this is a learning lesson. This is just good. There's a lot of things that went well. It was just this thing didn't go well. And that's okay. And you try to make up for it, and it still looks like that. It's not fine. It's all good. What the fuck am I saying? It's all good. It's all fine. Leave me alone. Take me away from. That was fucking like anime. Those like fight montages. Take me away. Great song. Great, great, great song. Really good. Really, really good. But let's see. And then let's answer random bullshit. Random bullshit go burr, he says. Random bullshit go burr. But fucking really shit accent aside. I think I'm basically done. Yay, I actually managed to finish it. Woohoo! What do you guys think? Apart from obviously the tangents and the really shitty texturing. It's not bad. It's okay. It is all right. And I will accept that. I wish I had a whiteout pen. That'd be nice. Convince me why I should watch or shouldn't watch this stream. Fuck off my channel. Watch every video. Keep me on the background. There's your convincing. Get the fuck out of here. leave, goddammit. But make sure to like every single video. I have 400, so I would like you to at least put in a solid 4 hours a day. It's a full-time job, and you don't get any recognition. Mm. Well, you shouldn't watch this stream if you don't like or give a fuck about drawing, right, or who I am. You should watch this stream if some part of what I said, being like, "Oh, great, I should keep you on." Dear God, I pissed you off. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. It's very no. This is the fuck. Oh, I must have sounded really angry. I'm fucking. You don't want to see me when I'm angry, right? But the plane looks like ass. Dude, definitely. If I didn't connect these lines, this would have been a great contrast. But Okay, I guess before I go, um, is there anything else that needs to be done? Well, I guess I can make this seem more metallic, right? And this way we also highlight the gun. It looks great. Thank you. I appreciate it. Keep going. Thank you, Empire of Birtaville, very good, sehr good. But I'm actually curious, how did you find this channel? Is this just some? Am I just popping up on people's streams? I plan on drawing knights I like, but drawing knights. But what the fuck is that sentence? What the fuck? Did I just get an aneurysm? I plan on drawing knights I like, drawing knights, but I don't draw. Sometimes I do, not often. It's good to know. Fucking, I'm definitely gonna need to rest my brain now after reading that shit. Jesus Christ. But just draw, bro. Just draw. Remove yourself from all expectations. Accept greatness over the next 80 years, right? And you have to achieve it right now. But okay, yeah, I think adding this dark contrast helps a little bit. And what I'm doing right now is like, this is, from my understanding, how you can make things look metallic as well, right? When you leave that little edge, like so. Let's see. I wonder how young everybody is. I know Parket's like 20, not to dox you, but too fucking late. But okay, okay. I guess this is fine. Yeah, I'm just trying to think, like, how else can we make this distinction be good or be better? But I feel as if this is the best it's going to be. I sometimes do, but not often. I also sometimes do, but not often. Every day, actually, sometimes I do, but not often. But yeah, I'm just trying to think, where can we give like little, I mean, what else do we see? I was looking for videos like streamers to discuss music with. Randomly found this and I was like, yo, what the fuck? I'll give this video my attention. I'm 19. Ah, you're 19? I'm fucking almost a decade older than you. Fuck my life. Well, that's cool. I guess I'm coming up on people's streams. Thanks for giving me attention. I'm cooming from the attention. I appreciate it. Now let's see. What else can we do to make this, like, should this remain as white space? That is the real question, right? Well, you know what? First of all, let's just black this out because fully black is always better than barely black, right? You have to commit. We need identity. Same thing here. Oh, see? Oh, look at that. I fucked up. That's a fucking blended tangent. That fucking jet's like blending in. Look at that. Huge fuck up. Huge fuck up. You're 19? Yeah, dude, I'm fucking 28. I'm gonna be 29 in September. G to the G to the G. Right. Let's um let's start adding some darkness. We all need a little bit of darkness in our lives. Anybody ever see that movie? I forgot what it was called, but it was like about the darkness and some shit. This guy was had like a twin. It was really interesting. I don't even know what the fuck it was about. Do you like xylophones? No, I could give less of a fuck about xylophones. But if you like them, I encourage you to continue liking them. Good on you. Good on you. You are, as a wise Aaron once said, you are free. Okay, I think this is okay. Again, like I did tangents here as well. Like you see, like I could have. There's a lot of things. Like anything in the foreground, the background should be not conflicting with it, right? So I've learned a lot. I've actually learned a lot from this drawing session. To be honest, like I've genuinely learned a lot, right? So overall, great session. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else. I feel as if I should have made these wings a lot larger, comparative, because this does not look like this fucker can fly with these wings. But again, like proportion issues, spacing issues, spatial reasoning issues, fucking layer issues, layer issues, right? But let's see. Anything else? I'm trying to look at this. But once you look at a drawing and you just are on a drawing for so long, you kind of lose all the objectivity, right? And you're just like, what the fuck did I do? What the fuck did I draw? I have no idea what's going on. You know what? It doesn't make sense that this thing, like it's dark here, but then that's just bright here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna also add a sheen here, right? And that should make it very clear that this is the side plane of this mech, or clearer. Yeah, I think that makes it a little bit clearer, right? Same thing if I do something like this. Right, there you go. As a wise empire once said, "Tis PMO." What the fuck? This has no meaning at all. Interesting. I'm even more confused than ever now. Tis PMO indeed, my guy. Fuck. There you go. I guess that makes it clearer that it's the side plane. That actually, how can a human find peace? By chasing hedonism and short form content. I don't know if anybody's seen this post, but it was literally all the greats, um, uh, Joe Rogan. It was just an Instagram post of just like a bunch of different people, and it was clearly AI generated, like the voice and audio, and it was just like it's amazing. We live in a time where humans can just keep scrolling reels. They're like, if you want to improve your life, just keep scrolling reels. I found it funny. So what I'm trying to say is, you find meaning through that. Yeah. Here, let's go a little bit more off on this little just like side plane only, everybody. Side plane is the darkness sort of idea, right? And let's see. Maybe it'll completely fuck up the mech as well, but I want to give it a shot. Also requires very, very, very fine lines. And let's say the light just ends right there. That actually kind of looks cool. And it makes it very clear that this is the side, I guess. Or maybe clearer, right? Same thing here. Like this should, I would presume, be in darkness, right? Because it's being covered by shadow, I believe. Could be wrong, but I think this should be relatively dark. Wee! God, fucking getting a goddamn headache. I definitely got to rest after this. The stream will be, I guess, recorded or uploaded or whatever the fuck in like an hour. Let's see, that should be dark, right? Just try to think about all the parts where things should be dark. Um, this right here, this little connection right here should be dark. Let's see. Hmm. Maybe I should actually connect this like so. There you go. That's like a very, very clear or clearer. I know I already said that. But hey, bro. Oh, big man F. I pop into your live from now to time. You have improved so much since your first couple of posts. Thank you. Thank you. What the fuck? When did you discover me? What posts are you referring to? Well, yeah, I'm just obviously just trying to improve. Do my best, you know. I'm just Biggie famming. Doesn't really make sense. I don't know anymore. I have some activities tomorrow. I could keep watching or do something else or sleep. Go sleep. Get your rest. I will always encourage all of you to get your rest. Prioritize rest. Right? I am nowhere near important enough to forego your rest. So please get your rest. You see, like my brain almost connected these because it just wants so badly. It just wants so badly. Like it's a bad habit more than anything. It's just like trying to connect this shit, right? But let's see. Thank you, though. I appreciate the compliment that I've improved. How much do you practice on a daily basis? Everything that's uploaded. 1 hour a day, 5 days a week. That's it. Okay. And any additional drawings, I do try to like be very transparent about as well. But like I'm being very fucking clear. That's why fundamentals is so powerful. I literally just practice for an hour, 5 to 7 hours a week, let's say, right? And if you see any of my previous videos, if I ever said if I changed the number, that's what the number was then. But it's never changed. I'm always trying to be as transparent as possible. See, Parkit, I'm learning. This life feels so fleeting. Okay, get this depressing shit off my channel and put it on my comments instead. Right? Life feels fleeting if you don't have anything to work towards, my friend. Right? Have you tried for 5,000 hours on anything? If the answer is no, there's your answer. Right? It's fleeting because you haven't put your all into anything. And I can only tell you this as someone who used to fucking jack off, watch porn, play video games, smoke weed for 8 years straight from the ages of 18 to 26 or 25. Okay? It's all because we have no purpose, because we don't make purpose for ourselves. There's no such thing as passion. You find passion by making passion. Like, do you think art was my passion when I started fucking the first year? Fuck no. I was just dying. And now it's like, oh, I'm passionate. Why? Because I'm getting better and better and better. You just believe in getting better. But yeah, hope that answers your question, big man. And I know Empire did not ask for any fucking advice. That's just my opinion. I know nobody asked for that. But that's why I'm here to give it to you. You're welcome. I think there was a song like that. Oh no, that was Talk Dirty to Me. Never mind. I'm just fucking thinking about random bullshit. But look, I'm learning. I'm learning not to make these lines cross over and keep the tangents as they are. Look at that. That's so clean. That's so clean. This is shit, but that's so much better. Nothing incredible, but just so much better, right? Again, like, I guess there's still a lot of issues, but overall, I think it's starting to look pretty decent, like, pretty fucking decent. Let's see. Should I add reflections on this as well? But then I'd have to, like, add reflections everywhere. But do I really have to add reflections everywhere? Like, not everything is metallic, right? Like, not everything is fucking metallic. We'll keep it. We'll keep it. This is good. This is okay. 3 fucking hours. Oh god. Oh god. Right. Let's see. Gray pen. Okay, I'm basically finishing right now because, dude, it's 4. Oh my god, it's 4. Okay, I gotta fucking rest. I got shit to do after this. I did not expect the stream to go that long, but I appreciate everybody who's come on. I appreciate all of you. You're all the fucking best. And gluck 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 gluck. What else is there? What other fucking bullshit do YouTubers say? Oh my god, you guys are the reason I'm alive. Right, like same shit. So, I'm happy drawing, happy coming, all that stuff. I'm just trying to think. There's like, oh, they're right here. Eh. Right. Catch up with you later. Yeah. Take care. Take care. Appreciate everybody who's essentially humored me for like the past 3 hours. Right. And take care, everybody. As always, I'll do my outro afterwards. But yeah, same shit. Fucking keep drawing, keep drawing. But I'm gonna leave this. Right. Oh, let me do this quickly. Dude, now that like I'm actually aware of the fact that we can allow things to like in the foreground to not only have thicker lines, but see you later, dude. Yeah, take care. Take care. But also that we can like give that little space. That's gonna change everything about my drawings. Well, not everything, but it's definitely something that's gonna be very helpful moving forward, right? Like genuinely very helpful moving forward. But yeah, like it's gonna give a lot more breathing room. That's for sure. That is for sure, right? Let me just do a couple more things. Right? Maybe I preemptively said I was leaving. Everybody's fucking off now. It was a joke. Stay. Because I'm just continuously finding shit that I want to do. Right? Let's see. Uh yeah, you know what? We'll do this. We're not gonna give this this is like my go-to right now, where I'll just add little contour lines to be like, look, Rook, Bobby, Rook, I understand form. Yeah, and it actually kind of does work. It does give it more detail, right? There you go. And we'll fucking Rook, Bobby, Rook here as well. It's not really what it's called, of course, but that's what I choose to call it. But yeah, if anybody is interested in this art, please continue drawing. I was gonna make a stupid joke, but I literally couldn't think of anything. You probably heard that from where I was like, wait, what the fuck do I say actually? What do I actually say? I don't got jokes on me. But that definitely makes it look more three-dimensional. But yeah, dude, I'm definitely resting my brain after this. I did not expect to go for 3 fucking hours. This is the only stream you guys are getting this week. Fucking dickheads. But it was cool. A lot of people came on. Really cool to see genuinely sick to talk to people, right? And let's see, what other gay shit can I say? Oh, I love all of you so much. Without you, I wouldn't be an artiste. I would be a fartiste. Ha 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 fart joke. Fucking dog shit. But yeah, like what other I mean genuinely it's actually really cool to have people to talk to and people who consider me fans. The fact that okay, I got alluded to to not quote unquote, but I got alluded to and put in the same sentence as Kim Jong Il twice, which was crazy to me, which was amazing, which was fucking awesome. Like nothing but gratefulness when it comes to that. Just that comparison. Not that I am him. The fact that people have been recommending me, right? That's cool. People finding me through the live streams, cool. People not watching, not subscribing, not fucking none of that shit's I fucking hate all of you for that. But let's see. I'm basically done. I just need to fill out these little gaps. There's always so many things in my drawings that look off, but overall, and let's do this. I'm seeing something like this when it comes to reflections. There you go. Wow, that actually looks a lot more reflective. Cool. I've seen shit like that when it comes to pen and ink drawings. But yeah, was this 3 hours of work? I don't know. I don't know. But this was my 3 hours of work, maybe with like 25, 30 minutes of talking in between, but it never feels like I did enough. But that's just how it is. So yeah, I am done. Thank you everybody who's still here, even though like I said, Gonna fuck off. I learned a lot. I learned a lot about this tangent shit and like actually how to apply it. Like Parkit really helped me a lot there, right? And maybe the other leg should be here as well. Actually, I think I should have drawn the other leg. Well, we can do that next time. But um, but yeah, and definitely there's not enough dynamism. There's like a lot of shit that's missing. But cool, cool. I learned a lot. Anyways, thank you all. Thank you all very much. Right. I hope it was entertaining. At the very least, you drew along. You had your fun. Came in and out. Right. But and I did mean it to sound like that. But either way, as always, fuck you for watching. Keep drawing, and please give me money.